And you can hit record anytime you're ready. Yeah.
You really hit the 7-Eleven with a vengeance.
Well, I really went for me, and then she
texted you and was like, "Hey,
I called, yeah.
I need a big gulp cup with no big gulp beverage."
You gotta pull your own trouble now.
Why you get me a cold cup?
That's what my granddaddy told me. My grandma told me. Hey, you open this for me?
No, that's funny. Wait.
Bubba, are you handicapped?
Where's my big gulp? I don't need one. I really don't.
You have a Celsius.
I got one down there, though.
No, I'm okay. I have a lot of stuff in my system. Legal
what,
stuff.
What do you got in your system?
Legal stuff.
I usually drink out there. No, I don't need that.
You should mix it.
What is that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that juice?
Mm-mm.
That's Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah.
Does that come with a free tampon?
Give me some.
Yeah, I think you should mix it.
It must. Question answered.
We need backstage footage.
Backstage footage. There's no backstage. We're front and center.
Ooh.
Sure
on camera.
Gosh, look.
You're annoying. You hear me? Great. If I get down, I'm gonna struggle to get back up.
Yeah. I can't read your mind, baby. Tell me how you feel about me. 'Cause you've been running through my mind. I've been losing track of time. Your aroma got me, I. So, honey, tell me, oh, do you really want it? I love the way you feel. Tell me if you want it. Yeah, love the way you move, yeah. Touch it when you move, yeah. Tell me if you like it, 'cause I really wanna soothe ya. Oh, tell me if you want it, baby. Do it at the crib or in a lobby. Tell me if you really want my body. If your body is a jungle, I'ma come and conquer. See, I tell you that I love you, with my face all in the cover. Can you kiss it up, up and down? Baby, lay your body down. Can you kiss it up, up and down? Baby, lay your body down. I can't read your mind, baby. Tell me how you feel about me. 'Cause you've been running through my mind. I've been losing track of time. Your aroma got me, I. So, honey, tell me, oh, do you really want it? I love the way you feel. Tell me if you want it. Yeah, love the way you move, yeah. Touch it when you move, yeah. Tell me if you like it, 'cause I really wanna soothe ya. Oh, tell me if you want it, baby. Do it at the crib or in a lobby. Tell me if you really want my body. If your body is a jungle, I'ma come and conquer. See, I tell you that I love you, with my face all in the cover. If your body is a jungle, I'ma come and conquer. See, I tell you that I love you, with my face all in the cover. Do you want it? Let me know.
Oh, there we are.
Welcome back. You guys are back on the Bench Podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. Alrighty. We have two guests in the building. Definitely D-La.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here.
And whatever name she's going by this week, Trice, Pink, Nina,
That worked.
Nicki Minaj's sister,
She's my best friend.
best friend.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, we're starting out strong.
Choosing wisely.
She's the godmother to my kids,
As always, we got a pretty good show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about sleeping with your best friend, dating friends' exes, smashing friends' exes, or people that they talk to, whatever the case may be. Okay? And then Pink and I are going to tackle some NBA playoffs. And then we have this coach here in Orlando, coach, owner, however you want to describe him. And he's
Fraudster.
taking parents' money, using it for other stuff we'll get
I
into.
missed that.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it with you guys. Since you guys have children.
Do I? Sorry.
I thought.
Her son plays sports. He could have been
He can
Yeah.
he could have been hooked up in this foolishness.
Nah.
We'll talk about it because I looked it up.
Not,
you looked
not,
it up?
so-
I looked it up.
not long until you're getting fleeced.
I wanted to start this show off with, I was watching this this Netflix series, right? It's a limited series, and it's an okay show, but that's not the point of it, right? So basically, this guy, he's a lame, right, or whatever, and he's trying to get back at this rich old football player. And in his story, in the lame guy story, he has this hooker that he has. And I always tell people, because a lot of women and a lot of men that are not in that culture, they think that men who buy coochie is just, men who buy, pays for sex, is just like, they just want coochie. They just want to get their rocks off. But a lot of times, those women provide a lot of other things than just what's between their legs. And that, like, this particular guy, yeah, he's getting the coochie from the lady too. But she's his motivator. Like, he'll call her any day, whatever, and she'll just be his constant motivation. He'll be like, yeah, I'm so nervous heading to this meeting. She's like, you have the biggest cock on the planet. Why should you be nervous?
Oh, she's
You're
okay.
good, okay? You're gonna go into this meeting and you're gonna kill it, okay? And time and time again, and so this particular time,
She's like a life coach.
I was like,
this particular time, he's dating this other woman, right? And he's telling her along the progression of dates and stuff how it's going. And this time he feels like it's going down tonight for the first time with this lady. And so he's nervous about that, right? And he's talking to her on the phone. He's like, yeah, I'm so nervous. She's like, why are you nervous? You banged the shit out of me. And he's like, no, it's different. I heard that her ex is like really good in the bed. And I don't want to go behind that and and not perform. And she's like, okay, but take
Maybe
a
use the back door.
She's like, okay, take a pill. And he's like, no, I don't think that's going to be enough. She's like, fuck it, take two.
Be enough.
So he takes two blue pills. And he goes in there and does his work. Now, all of that to say, it's funny because I wonder, like, how important is that first encounter to where, should a guy take a pill to make sure wherever his comfort zone is, whether it's a pill or whether it's, whatever.
Well, Unc was saying that on his show.
Huh?
Unc said that on his show.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's saying regardless, because he has this one pill he's always talking about.
No, but he specifically mentioned a scenario when you're gonna first go. You want to make sure you're at your best, because then you get invited back.
Okay.
If you go and have a poor performance, it may be lose my number at the end of the encounter.
What y'all think?
You guys don't ever.
go ahead.
You guys don't ever think like the first time is always the most awkward time and it's always going to be the worst time. You have to do it the second time for you to really get the vibe of the.
You got to make a statement.
yeah,
You got to
first-
make a statement in round
there
one.
may
or you
not
may
be
not
a
get round
second
two.
time.
Yeah.
My first rounds are always horrible.
Well, that's unfortunate for everyone who's ever been with you.
What a claim. and horrible for who?
And that's just for me. And I like second time around, let's go.
I mean, I feel like if let's say it's the first time and you guys kind of, pop off a little too quick, there's a grace period. Especially if like everything else, there's more to it than just penetration. So everything else is on point.
Pop off too quick. You mean like nut too fast?
Yeah.
What else would it be?
I don't know.
Come on.
She's making sure all viewers
Are we on the same
understand.
planet here? I mean, come on.
I feel like I mean, if everything else is on point, grace period is given. Like grace, because hey, I'm like, sometimes, hey, I can't blame you. I see why. But, I mean, I'm not gonna be too like, why? When I was younger, I was like, oh my gosh, it was so fast, and I'm like, I get it, but let's see next time. Yeah.
What's like? Oh my gosh, that was so fast.
3. That's it.
3 pumps or 3 minutes?
Both.
One pump,
okay,
one
yeah,
pump
yeah.
per minute.
Okay.
Guy's taking his time, or he's really big.
I said both. I think if you're, because you have to understand, and by the time you just, you're like,
And then
that's, oh wow.
That's it.
12, let's say real 12, and that's it? Get out of here.
You don't think 12 is enough?
Okay, then wait.
I'm just kidding.
Again, are we? Maybe I missed it. You're talking 12 pumps or
12
12
minutes?
She actually gave you
I
the
was saying
rhythmic
pump.
pumps right
I
there.
was saying,
If you were paying attention.
my lawyer's gonna get on your case every time, okay? He's not with it today. I don't have to speak.
You're saying that's enough?
12 pumps is too quick.
Oh, too quick.
Yeah, that's a.
What's the time frame here? Can we?
Catrice, we've all done it. Like, 12 pumps.
I get that, but it's like 20 minutes.
No, that's like half a minute.
No, I'm
Or a
asking,
minute,
is
maybe a
20
minute.
minutes long enough? What is considered long enough for a sex?
You guys are
That's what I'm
talking two
asking.
different languages.
I think we
Yeah,
are.
you
I
are.
She's
switched
measuring
it.
pumps
No,
and you've
the
got
three of
the
us are talking to
minutes.
It's 3-on-1 right now. What? 12 pumps is too quick. 12 pumps will probably be done in about, if we're being realistic, 37 seconds.
Okay.
Too quick.
37
Disrespectful. Why are you here?
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have took off. You should have bust one before I came.
I do believe though that women, they don't know actual sizes and you don't know actual time. I do believe that. I don't think you guys know. Like I don't think like when women say, oh I need like 8 with girth or 7 or whatever. I don't think you have
You
any
mean the
idea
younger
about
ones.
size.
You think the younger ones.
And then time wise, I think you guys don't know what the time is.
Well, it feels different when you on elliptical, it feels away. When you on that stairmaster, don't it feel longer than? I mean, it's just from our perspective, and I feel like it should count for something.
No, time should be
Yes.
time. Time is measured.
That's true. It's not like you could really say when people say I want somebody big as a horse. Who? You? I mean,
I don't-
outside of rap songs, not me.
I don't. That shit hurt.
Like have you a pap smear, man? I'm wiggling on the table on a pap smear. Why would I want a horse?
Oh yeah, that hurt too.
I was like, cut my babies out. I'm not even pushing.
Oh my gosh.
So when I say, I don't know. I feel like a lot of it's chitter chatter. Because from what I hear from the guys, they say they want this and that, but then when they get in from the back, that back ain't arched like it's supposed to be. And they running. So I don't know. You can't go by every woman. So just say it.
I only have sex with small dick niggas.
That's a fact. I've heard you say that before.
I stand by it. Only small dicks for me over here. Sorry.
How is that supposed to? With guys who have like dealt with you, how are they supposed to feel?
They feel how they want.
Wait, and what about
I
the
was
ones who we
satisfied.
know have been with her? Like you're putting people's business
That's
out
true.
right now. I
Well,
can name.
just know they satisfied me. Okay.
Wow, wowzers.
Yeah, I guess that's the positive angle of it.
Everybody's for somebody.
that is the positive spin.
That's true. Cause let's stop acting like it has to be so big. Like, come on,
doesn't.
let's cut the crap.
It's like 8 inches. I don't want that.
But what is your head like? That's
How
what
long
matters.
is your tongue?
That matters. Like that's real. Those are real serious conversations.
Serious conversation.
I heard on
We got off to
Instagram.
a quick start on this show.
As
it you?
we should.
No, it wasn't me. That was him. But I've always wondered, like,
I just
how does
talked
it
about a
feel
Netflix show.
to have a penis? Like, and somebody on Instagram said if you squeeze your mouths together, like, and then put your tongue through it, that's how a dick feels in a vagina.
Who said that?
Somebody on Instagram, you want to try it? Just
That's not how it
That's,
feels.
for,
okay.
that's for you to
I'm saying,
try. We-
that can't be what these men are dying for.
But
What I just felt can't be it. 'Cause then I got questions.
Bubba and I are familiar with the actual feeling.
And you got me doing it like a fish. Now I'm upset.
Now you're upset?
just
Keep
Okay.
your composure. Be a little bit more resilient.
So about this show, because I actually want to find it now. I think it does sound interesting.
It's not as interesting as I made it sound.
What is
You
that?
did,
What
you
is,
sold
what is,
it.
what is the name of the
is,
show?
hold on, I wrote it down because
You wrote it down.
I'm old. I put everything in my notes.
It's called
Facts.
Watch a Man in Full.
I watched that show.
Man in Full.
How did you feel about it?
Yeah. I didn't.
You didn't know what he was talking about?
I did
No.
watch it.
I didn't. But she was like, you're talking about that, like
The-
the European chick that was like, you fuck me in the ass.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I couldn't
Okay.
have watched
That's her motivating him the whole time.
Right. Yeah. She was just such a peripheral character. I barely paid
You mean
attention.
it's
to her.
like
Man
she-
in Full?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man in Full.
How did I see? I fall asleep on movies because I just wrapped that up.
Yeah, it's a limited series show.
Yes, a limited series.
It was
it's,
good.
It's okay.
It's kind of interesting, but I'm not finished with it or whatever. But so I'm just kind of like watching them. Where is this gonna go?
It doesn't go
Anywhere.
It did end it kind of weird. I was like,
The ending was bad. And
Yeah.
all of these shows, I guess they feel like now they have to create these like weird, unfulfilling endings, that just and get people talking. But not everybody can pull that off. I feel like that show where the world was about to end. What is it called?
Oh, I didn't even fuck with that one.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
though?
yeah, I didn't
but-
see
yeah,
it, but I didn't watch that one.
Didn't
I
want
don't
it.
watch
Didn't want any
Get
part
the
of that.
fuck out of it. It was the #1 show for 1,000 months, and none of you three guys watched.
I
it?
looked and I was like, eh.
I'm not interested in the world ending.
Why not?
Because
hard.
I don't care. Like,
Probably aren't even be there live. Like,
I mean, if it gets that bad, I'm gonna kill myself.
Right. Like, I don't understand the
So
people.
like, what the fuck am I worried about? I'm not trying to be the last man standing.
Right.
Oh my
Like
God.
people who go and get bunkers and like, oh, we're just gonna wait for all the end. And
Yeah,
then
I mean,
come
dude,
out and like,
I didn't survive COVID. I'm gonna be in a fucking bunker for an undefined period of time.
that's funny.
I mean, come on,
That's
man.
funny.
That'll be the time I become a gun owner, so I can off myself. I'm not here to tolerate annoying bullshit.
he said he barely tolerate COVID.
I did. I was angry for about 2 years,
With
like, on a
COVID?
daily basis. I was furious.
Really?
Yeah, I was in a close to homicidal rage the entire time.
Everything.
You
No,
didn't
he was mad at
enjoy
the
being
people. He was
inside
mad.
and
Fuck that.
relaxing, not going
The
anywhere.
gym was closed.
Everything.
It was horrible.
A homebody.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I was fine.
I couldn't sit down in a restaurant and eat my lunch.
Oh, you really go outside. That's I can understand.
It's ridiculous, man. No sports for a couple months. That was just
I was in there doing TikTok.
that was the worst. that was
True
hands.
story.
That was
story.
that was hands down the worst thing that transpired in my life that I had no control over.
That's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry it happened. I mean,
Okay.
fuck those responsible.
You said I'm sorry to hear that. Like we didn't all go through it.
Girl, it's
Your
this
mic.
headphone.
What happened? You don't like
There
it?
you go. No, put it on now. There we go. No, you good now.
Don't dislodge your weave.
How do you know?
Let's get,
Flag on the
Gosh,
plate.
Brian.
let's get to some topics here. And first of all, I wanted to notate that was.
But wait, I want to circle back to the original topic here. I think that it's critical that you put in a good shift in round one or you don't get round two. But I do agree to an extent with you. Like the second time, there's a certain familiarity. You have a better feel for each other.
Yeah.
And the sex should be better, in terms of,
Yeah.
I guess, maybe the connection of it.
I gotta have a connection. I gotta somebody gotta care about you
It's
for
not
it to be
about-
great.
You can like look at a guy and be like, ooh, he makes you wet or he makes you horny, and then you have the first connection. It's like awkward because you're not comfortable with each other. But then the second go around is a better feeling.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I-
I think both can be true,
I think it's hard.
literally.
No,
That pause left it open. I mean, what?
in my opinion, I think it's hard for the sex to be bad if the girl really likes you.
It's you speaking of fact.
No, that's
How
true.
many women have been like, "Oh, he did me so good," then we all break up, and that dick was trash. How come it's
Oh,
trash
yeah.
3 years later? 3 years later, so
Yeah,
trash.
I don't agree with that.
Now you women are crazy.
I hate to
Everybody
hear
that
so
you ever had a
much.
relationship was bad at sex,
How?
but they were great when you
How?
were with them. That is the biggest
Or
bunch of
maybe it
hypocrisy.
wasn't. I know I'm playing both sides of the fence, but maybe it wasn't great. Maybe it was just tolerable.
What?
Yeah.
No. What?
When
what
you like
happens
somebody,
is
when
this.
you
you
like
feel-
somebody,
No,
yeah.
you nailed it.
'Cause-
When you like somebody, it's generally going to be pretty good because you want to be
That's
there
my
and you want to do
baby.
it.
Exactly.
And then what happens is the sex deteriorates
Over time.
over
because-
time.
because you guys-
People get like irritated with each other, tired of each other, and that stuff seeps into the sex. if you're not doing it properly. And then next thing you know, by the end, you do have a shitty sex life. You're not having it as frequently. You're not having as much, variation and stuff like that. And so.
And then the next guy comes while you're still with her.
That's why you want to
and
be that
breaks her
next
back
guy.
in. You will have to be the
You
next
got to
guy.
be the next guy.
Y'all are so crazy.
It's all about the next guy.
It's all about it, man. It's
Next
all about
guy.
it. Pink brought me into this world I had no idea about women who are divorced, recently divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Like their sex drive and the way they think, the way they go about that next situation with the man is like all
Because
in favor
you're the
of that
next
man.
guy. Because typically they've had this deteriorating sex life and misery with this person, and when they're finally free of it, they're like sexually recharged. They're in a good place before they're ready to settle down again.
Yes, because you're in a space where their sex drive is super high, but at the same time they're not ready to settle down. They're just in this. I want to have sex and
like,
with no
hey, I want to.
attachments.
You want to feel like you still got it.
And that's the other thing too.
Because you probably wasn't
You're-
feeling like
you're-
that
you're-
chick when you was your husband.
Yeah, you're suffering from some low self-esteem.
Could be too. Low self-esteem. Hot cat.
Maybe a daddy issue.
Do what I want to do. Why you always got to be daddy issues? Like, why it always has to be that?
The data supports it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, before we move to some topics here, Coach says.
We're gonna turn Bubba into an effective hunter one day.
Coach said, "Was that a black show?" Because Jeremy says D-Lot does not watch black shows.
They had like a.
You're gonna do this live,
Dang.
Jeremy? I'm
Wait.
gonna call you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Answer the phone.
Wait, what did he say?
I
That
missed.
that was Coach Baruti who said that.
Oh, Coach Rudy, you going at the
Coach
wrong
Baruti,
man.
why would you do that? You know, anytime you call me, I come through. Why would you do that here?
But you like the white movies?
I just missed out on a bunch, and so now like
The
they
white
want to play
ones?
with my
A
black
bunch.
card. You know, all the classic ones y'all talk about. So I don't get the reference. Sounds of music.
What?
All
Wait,
right.
you missed out on the black movies.
There's a bunch of classic ones that I didn't
Well,
see.
what were you doing?
Well, to be quite honest, when y'all were where's the age? You're younger. I grew up kind of like my mom was like
Shelter, yeah.
you're not watching that, and so
Yeah.
y'all moms let y'all just watch whatever,
Yeah.
and I missed it. And then honestly, when I saw it older, I was like, what's the big deal about this New Jack City? Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Okay,
What's the big deal?
I'm not gonna excuse
Paid
it.
in
but
full.
Dang.
I'm going to sleep.
I didn't restrict my kids from watching any movies when they were kids.
See, I know that though. They act like I'm a unicorn. A lot of black people haven't seen all the black movies.
What's the one you haven't seen? One
What?
of those.
Have y'all seen E.T.?
E.T.
E.T.?
Y'all
Yeah.
seen E.T.?
We're moving.
I didn't like E.T.
We're moving along here. We're moving along.
Please.
You just don't like sci-fi.
No, hate it.
That's
Me too.
That's
No.
crazy to me.
Sci-fi
I
is
love-
bullshit,
I love
man.
Sci-fi.
It's
No,
just
I can't stand
weird.
it.
It
You
doesn't
saw Dion?
feel.
Is it Dion?
Huh?
Is it what's
Raising Dion.
Yeah,
Oh,
you saw
I was
that?
like, you gonna
Yeah.
talk about
Not you. You saw that?
That's a really dope show. It's a sci-fi show.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
I got scared, so I had to stop watching.
That's a family. Like, that's something you can watch with your kids.
Nah, I can't do sci-fi at all.
That kid was possessed.
Sci-fi and horror movies, I can't do.
I've never found a guy that doesn't like horror movies like me.
You like horror
I
movies?
hate them. I'm
They're so
terrified.
stupid.
Oh no, I'm scared of them.
I mean, I could be in real life and watch people make bad decisions. I don't need to spend 2 hours watching a movie.
It's not all bad decisions.
Oh, come on.
Like there's this new show.
Let's go
called
into the
Diff.
heavily wooded area with no food and no.
Is it good?
It's really good. And
I
it's
trust
horror,
you. I'll try
But
again.
it's not centered around bad decisions. But I do understand what you're saying. Though. There are sections
scary.
of like,
Yeah.
like Jason and all of that. Yeah. I know.
I'm a thriller girl.
Yeah.
I just like realistic sort of stuff.
Psycho thrillers.
No, I don't like the psycho thriller too, man. I don't like weird people. I think they should be killed.
Like Dahmer.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Dahmer show? It wasn't. Really
I watched.
horror.
I watched.
It's like it's like.
I watched the first episode, and then I'm just like, why am I watching this?
'Cause
like-
it's a factual thing that happened.
Right, but like,
a part of history.
But like, what am I gonna get out of this?
It was entertaining.
It wasn't. It was just dark and creepy, and this guy was a miserable guy, and it's good that he's dead.
So I'm dark and creepy because I really enjoyed it. I want to go
That's
back.
not the only reason. But if you want to tell yourself that fable, like have at it. No, it was just weird. Like there was the scene where his first episode, like when he seduced the one guy from the gay bar and he's got him at his place and he's kind of closing in to do something to him. I'm just like, I don't want to see this. Like, this is just not enjoyable. It's unpleasant.
You don't watch something and be like, okay, what would I do different in this situation?
I never would have been at the gay bar and been seduced by a white man. It's just not part of my repertoire. So, yeah, I was out early. This man's leading a different life than me. It's okay, though.
It's 100% okay.
Yeah.
It's 100% okay. Let's get into some topics here.
Okay.
All right. And once again, you guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We're available on all, and I do mean all podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Now, let's start with the bottom. I like being on the bottom. So when you sleep,
Lazy.
getting old, man.
Never dated a guy who like to be on the bottom, y'all.
I'm getting old.
Lazy.
When you sleeping with your best friend. Now, but you when we talked about this off air, you're so basically sleeping with your BFF, your opposite sex, of course, or whatever.
Doesn't have to be.
Whatever
Let's
you're
just say
into.
BF. Let's
Whatever
just say
you're
BF.
into. Your
These
BF.
two could.
No, we're too close.
All right. That's the premise of the thing.
No, the real.
So
too
it
close.
wouldn't work.
No,
Best
thank you.
best friend.
Yes.
Something you might have did in college or something or whatever, and or around that age frame. But anyway, so what do you guys think about that? Is it off? Should it be off limits or what can it create?
Ooh,
Go ahead,
child.
get Trice.
friends
Ooh,
after that?
child.
Go ahead, get Trice.
Why I gotta start?
Well,
I can.
Some women
I just-
believe that you can't have a real a man friend that you don't have sex with.
There's
Really?
there's pros and cons to that. I feel like both people need to be mature and have an understanding. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a best friend. It could just be like a homeboy or somebody like you're really close with or whatever. And once you guys cross that line, then it's like you can't go back. And it's I don't know. I'm
Well, there was a
confused.
Music Soul Child song about this.
Really?
What was it?
Yeah, I think it was called Friends or just Friends or something. But that was the premise of it.
Is
It was
it
like
B-U-D-D-Y? Is that music?
I don't know.
Is that music, Soul Child?
Dang, you bring me back to high school.
B-U-D-D-Y.
I don't think it was that song.
That's
though.
not it though. I know that song. I know that song.
That's what he's talking
Did I
about.
roll
Yeah.
away?
What?
Well, he's talking about being
Help me.
he's talking about being friends with
But
each other.
there was one line in there. I don't know it exactly. Yo, tighten up.
Sorry.
There was one line in there. It's like she used to laugh and now she nags, and that was like I thought that made a lot of sense.
That's
It's like when you cross that path,
Yep.
that bridge, now she'll inherit the right to nag you and get upset about stuff.
Oh, you don't want that.
Where who wants that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
but
things-
when you were just friends, you could laugh at each other's jokes and misfortunes and such. But then once you smash, the downside is
Yeah, I'm
Feel-
gonna
yeah.
say from experience, as I'm sure we all experienced it. It can't be just me.
Could be.
Sleeping with your friends is a no. And before I get hypocritical, yeah, it happens, but it always messes it up. Like, or maybe it's me. And you're gonna be like, no, it doesn't. Like it's me, but every time, whenever I did, let's just say, because I don't want to speak.
whenever
every
you
time
did
I
and every
did,
time are the
it
same.
was like that
You're
high.
not changing it.
It was great, and then boom, your friendship's gone. So
Yeah.
even like
But
later,
but sometimes it can turn into long-term relationships.
no,
and marriage,
man.
right?
Sometimes, but not really, not realistically. No, man. Don't sleep with your friends. And I ain't gonna lie, 'cause sometimes you have a friend like, oh my god, you're so fucking fine. Like, let's just whatever. But that's yes. Somebody's been so fine, I didn't even want to be friends. I'm like, you know what? Let me not even be friends so that I can sleep with you.
Well, what is the proper distance from friendship that allows you to sleep with somebody comfortably?
Man,
Facebook friend.
listen, I'm not. I just think you shouldn't do it, but I don't always listen to myself. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying,
It's-
but
don't do it, but-
there has to be a zone of somebody that you're familiar with, but not yet a friend.
Friends is somebody that like you care about, like you're close. Facebook friends, that's associate. I feel like that don't count.
That
I
don't
mean,
count.
if
Okay.
we mess around, it's good, and it goes bad, I'll block you. Poof, you're gone.
Facts.
But I don't want to lose. when you have good friendships, don't ruin it with your genitals.
Genitals. Wow.
Dion, you don't do it.
It's kind of great.
And unless you're really good at having sex, and like it's not a bundle, like you don't have sex in feelings. My feelings come with my sex. My sex gonna be bomb, but those feelings is going to bust through.
That's not true. I don't think every
That is
female comes with. No.
It's me.
Every female does not
It's
bring
me.
emotions.
I don't
when
know
she's
how to
having
have sex without my feelings there. Like where am I gonna put
Really?
it in the
I
closet?
don't.
You
I
could.
don't agree with
I mean,
that.
you could leave it back in the kitchen, like,
My
hey, I
feelings,
want the
my
burger,
feelings
but
was
no
right
fries.
here in my lap. Oh my gosh.
I want 3-hole special
And I
with
know
no
it.
emotions.
But I feel like if you know it, then you know
Hold
how
the
to move.
emotions. Keep them in the back.
It's bad when you don't know that you're getting your feelings, and then you go around messing with your friends. Like I know my feelings are too big. Let me chill. You find yourself. Let me chill.
But what if it's a friend and you just like really don't feel him like that, but he's good for just one thing, but you can understand and you can like detach from.
associate?
Is that one
I'm talking
thing a
about
sexual
friends.
thing?
Well, like okay, no, let's like you're friends and you guys have great sex, but there's nothing else there. So like it's
Then are you really
easy-
friends?
Yeah, you are friends. Like
You're saying none of the other things are there as far as like relationship.
right, like yeah, or
Or like the way like he treats his
See,
girls or
if
whatever.
he can't like be there for you.
There's
like,
okay, so like,
Maybe he's aggressive. Maybe he slaps you across the face.
what?
But why is nobody thinking beyond the bedroom? So let's say me and you, we go ahead and do it as friends. When I get married, having you around my husband, I feel like I'm playing in my husband's face.
It's gonna be very.
I gotta say,
awkward.
hey, I had
Yeah.
sex with Bubba. He's coming over for the game. No,
That's
he's
not
not.
gonna work.
So now I gotta break off the friendship. Now I lost my friendship,
Yeah.
or I sneak and act like you didn't do nothing. Now I'm playing in my husband's face. Like, don't mess with your friends.
That's a good point.
I
well,
don't
but
agree with that.
I guess the issue is, I think what needs to be defined, and the premise is best friend. So if you have
Okay.
a best friend, that's somebody that you're close enough to, they're sort of connected to multiple aspects of your life. You're in a non-sexual way. I mean, there's acquaintances, there's friends that you do have sex with because that's kind of the core of your friendship, like that sort of stuff. But presumably, what here you're talking about a best friend, it's somebody who's close to you on a personal level, and you expect to be in your life for a long time, even if you end up settling down with other people. It's probably not the best idea for the reasons
It's
that you
not.
cited. Well,
I done
I
lost so
say
many-
fuck who you want.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
Friend, no friend.
I
fuck
miss
'em.
some of my friends, man.
That is not how
Fuck 'em.
you operate. Why are you
Fuck 'em.
getting on here and just talking like you just?
I do fuck who I want.
Huh? Yeah, but a lot of emotions come with that.
Why do you think that?
Cause I know that. Cause I talk to you.
We
'Cause you
talk
tell
to
me-
you,
You tell me.
and some
all
of us
these-
know
these
you for real,
stories.
like for
I
real
know
in real life.
You'll start that way, and then the next week you want to marry that guy.
Ew. No.
That is
Patrice.
very
It depends. What are you talking about?
Patrice.
D-Law.
You
Okay,
talk a
Patrice.
big game. Oh yeah. Da, 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 da.
I
And
don't-
then,
I don't
And then as soon as
know.
that man does not text you for 2 days, it's like, oh, I just gotta get rid of him. All these guys are just.
Yeah, you get rid of
can't-
them.
These guys are just not anything. That's emotions. That's emotions.
You think that's
attachment from the
emotions?
sex.
maybe the guy was busy. Maybe he's hospitalized.
Not
you
having
better
no
let me
feelings, you
know.
don't care. You don't answer
Maybe
my
he's
call.
with
That is my
another
friend.
woman, and you don't care. If it's just sex, you shouldn't care.
See, that's what I'm saying. Why lie? My
All
feelings
right,
are
well
there.
then people who are friends should not have sex with you.
Hey, we all gonna do it anyhow.
Like, just don't do it.
Yeah,
That's funny.
if I told anybody younger than me, don't do it.
Don't
But
do
you
it.
did. Auntie said don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, now, how you want to set up this thing about dating? Is it wrong to date your friend's ex?
How do you want to set it up?
Yeah, because she had a specific.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
I
Don't
thought-
don't call out names.
Okay, I will, you guys.
Wait,
Okay.
who had the idea?
We had the idea.
talked.
Together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We
Okay.
both had this idea.
Yes.
Yo, can I get this one right here?
The pink one?
Yeah.
No,
Look,
pink.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay, you go. So, is it wrong to date your best friend or your friend's ex? Everyone's gonna say, "Oh my gosh, it's so wrong," but realistically speaking, in real life, is it
Orlando
wrong?
is small.
If Patrice dated somebody back in high school, you mean to tell me
I can't date.
I can't date them in my 30s or 40s? I can't date them?
I can't date his friend in my 30s.
And I'm gonna tell you how.
Well, it's
how
all up to you two guys. It's not really.
I feel
for the
it's not.
public.
It's not a. We put when we act like we own people. Like, okay, I mess with him. You can't talk to him. I feel like, okay, you're you're trying to own people, and you don't own nobody.
Really?
I think
You don't own
guys'
people.
egos are very low when it comes to this. Like I feel like guys, they just can't deal with it. They're weak when it comes to my
Their
lady.
ego is low.
Well, not their self-esteem just.
Let me explain something.
Can't handle that. You're saying?
There are some guys that I can be cool with. We can hoop together. We can go to the bar and watch a game together. But under any circumstances, I will not fuck behind them.
Because they're dirty? Because
I
you
have
think
my
they're dirty?
reasons.
Okay, like what would be a
Will not
reason?
fuck be-
What would be a
I know
reason?
this guy. I know what he do.
I-
I know what
I-
he does. And
You know what he got?
I don't know what he got. I don't know.
No, that's a good
men's
example
health.
because I feel like yes, we're not saying because your body
I'm-
should be priority.
But what I'm saying is yes, from I don't care if it was high school, middle school, and we're 40s now. I'm not fucking behind this man.
Okay, let's stop saying fucking. What about a relationship?
You
'Cause
have
y'all
sex
make it-
in a relationship. That's
y'all
all that
making it
matters
sound
to
so-
me.
You ain't
Okay,
having a
I don't-
relationship if you can't get past fucking.
I
So-
don't care about the relationship stuff. I only care about the sex stuff. I don't care him taking you to the mall
Do you
or
remember
buying you a
Girl.
car or whatever. I don't care about any of that stuff. We can drive in the car together.
Okay, so the reason
I'll
why
drive the car myself.
a lot of people feel that way, and then I don't want to hear all like that's so wrong because those people that backdoor, they're gonna be quiet or they're gonna be real hypocritical. But for instance, can I just remember we had our
what
thing?
backdoor are you talking
So,
about?
They backdoor like they go behind
That's
you.
a joke.
Stop playing with me. You get on my nerves. And I fell into it because I was trying to make a point. You would be my lawyer or not? Because that almost got you fired. So I dated this guy back when we were kids. I mean 16, 17, 18.
Oh, what you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
one day I'm chilling, folding laundry, not gonna fold it, whatever. And I get a call from her. And she's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. She got right to the point. Do you care if I...
Are we really talking about this?
I'm not saying the name.
Right, we're not definitely
No,
not.
no. I'm not saying
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And I almost, I laughed so
How did
loud,
you feel?
my phone almost went in my mouth. Because my thing is, I respect the fact that she thought, but I'm thinking, why would you think that somebody that I dated as
High school.
in high school,
Yeah.
why would I care? And I'm married. So I'm like, damn, she think I'm a hoe. A real one. But I mean, I told her, no, you have good graces and I didn't think twice. I was like, y'all actually would make a good couple. Why would I stop them? Granted, it didn't work out. But why would I stop them because me and him didn't work out? We could have broke up over some Starburst. But I'm going to get in the way of that. We're grown. Like, you've been 10 people since high school. I feel like y'all stop owning people like that. I don't care who your ex is. Okay? I'm not gonna ever try my friends like, hey, I want her ex, but come on, like,
So how far removed?
how far removed what?
What do
You
you,
and Trice, how far removed the guy has to be?
like you said,
You don't care at
You
all?
said you were in high school.
I don't care at all.
So, so,
I don't
so,
know,
so,
man,
so,
Dion.
so
Who-
three
you think
years
that somebody-
ago.
No, hold on.
I don't
All right,
know.
let me go this. Let's say you get a divorce in 6 months. Month
You talking about
7.
Trey? I need to remember Trey.
Month 7.
Where's
she's
the camera
she's
at? Where's the camera at?
I'm
When y'all want to talk dating, I don't care. My ex-husband, y'all hoes better stop. I'm never get off him. Never. I'm never coming off that.
No, I think he's doing the reverse. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Sorry. I was like, y'all talking about Trey.
so no, like, so you get divorced in 6 months.
Yes.
And then by month 7, she wants to bang.
But that's different.
My husband,
That's
my
my
I'm asking.
ex-husband. That's
I'm
Do
totally
the
different.
reverse. Do the reverse. Do the reverse.
Wait, what's the reverse?
So in month 7, she's ready to date again.
She's ready to date.
She's ready to date again. She's divorced.
Okay.
And then she comes across a guy that Trice was dating, which is highly possible,
Okay.
as long as she is in.
I mean, if we were dating in high school, then it's cool.
the small eggplant. If she's in the small eggplant grocery cart.
Okay.
Okay. And at a grocery store. And 2 years ago, this guy that Trice was dating for a couple of months.
A couple months. It all depends on the
Let her-
relationship.
let-
Oh, I'm okay.
First,
So
and then you-
this is my
your
answer.
perspective.
For me, I'm not interested in somebody she'd be with. But you're saying as far as if it's wrong, I don't feel it's wrong. I'm
Why
not
wouldn't
interested.
you be interested in somebody?
We like different types.
Wait a minute now.
We like different type of
Wait a
people.
minute. What
I'm just saying we like different type of people.
That's dodging the
Let's
question.
say, let's say if she was somebody my type, I like fresh, but I'm saying when she hit me up or if a friend I know hits me up about my ex, it's open. I don't care, and I don't mean like
And
I
I
don't
think
care.
you think like that because you're married.
No, I don't care. I'm cool. All my exes, I'm cool with because I made peace and I'm gone. That's an experience. I like new shit. I don't want to exes.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, I understand where men are coming from. Because it all depends on the relationship or the feelings you have for that person for it to be like, okay, nah, you can go on. Like, if it was somebody who I didn't give two fucks about, like, I don't give a fuck if you talk to him or not.
I was in love with everybody in that love phase.
If a nigga gave me bomb-ass head and bomb-ass dick, you can't have him.
See, that's what I'm saying. That mentality. So your answer is answer is no. Mine is I don't care about no ex. And I'm not being
It depends
funny.
on who it is.
I'll dap him. Hey, I don't care about no ex.
Okay, here's another scenario. Like, what if you're particularly close to the person? Because you had the thing like if you had sex with somebody and then that person's potentially going to be around your husband, you'd feel some kind of way. So I'm saying, okay, so let's say you're close enough to the person that if they start dating your ex, like, it's going to be inevitable that you're going to spend time together.
My husband, my husband's my ex.
I don't
see y'all. That's the only way I'm gonna really see.
If I'm dating somebody and I run into Dion into wherever the high school basketball games or wherever, like, I'm with my man, I'm not gonna feel any type of way if she's there. Because he's mine now. You may feel some type of way.
No, I don't.
Or not her, but another female may feel some type of way. But I'm not gonna feel any type of way if I have the man.
I've had people, y'all.
No, and I think it would be more from the side of the person that they were the ex to.
When you're done with somebody, you're done. Now, it's when people aren't done. They say they're done, but they really have a connection. They feel ownership, and they feel like, I still like him, I'm jealous. But when you're done with somebody, you move different.
But sometimes when you're done with the part of being done is you just don't deal with them anymore. Like, it's you don't have to interact with them.
And that's why it doesn't matter if she says, hey, can I, when she hit me up, it was really laughable. I'm like, you don't got to ask me that. And I'm like, girl, yes. And y'all would,
they have like that situation is different.
How?
Because it was like you said, it was so long ago. We're talking about what if it's like 5 years or 3 years within.
I don't care who it is.
And I think your mindset is like that because you're married right now.
Okay, so hear what I'm saying.
No, we all hear what you're saying. We just don't actually believe it.
So, okay, so so you guys are saying if it's Trey and I break up with Trey and she gets with him, would I be upset?
Never.
Well, the wrinkle that I added to the dynamic is that you're in a situation where now she would be with Trey around you. Like if you're
you
that
would feel
close.
some type of way.
Of course, because
is it wrong to date your friend's ex? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
That's her husband. So I'm saying this.
Blended families versus you at my ex and I have no kids with him. I don't care.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Blended families, come on now. That's different dynamics.
Yeah.
For me, I don't want anybody like my homeboys was in a serious relationship with or marriage, right? But anybody they were just smashing, and same goes for me, should be fair game.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's different.
But that's just
you
my rule.
You never said that.
And I think that's most guys' rules. Now, there is I got a homeboy, right? And and he's different. And anytime I comment or like something on social media, and it's whether it's on his page or whether it's on that any female's page, he'll hit me up. Hey man, I smashed that. Or you smashing her? Come on, man. We're not finna corner off the entire Orlando market. You know what I'm saying? I know who you've been in a relationship with. I know who your baby mama is, etc. I like all my homeboys. Okay, I'm not touching baby mamas or ex-wives or serious relationships. Anything else has to be on the table because, especially for guys, because in a certain age range, most guys are going through a considerable amount of women.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what
I like that. I definitely like that.
I agree with you. I do think it's a function of what is the actual relationship. If it's somebody that, here's the thing, like most of the time, even as like good friends, like I'm not necessarily gonna know who he's smashing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'm not gonna know them. Now, if Bubba got married or whatever, I might meet that person or whatever, and it would be a little bit different. But like that's I agree with the parameters you outlined.
Yeah, anybody you've seen me with.
Right. So if you're dating somebody and she knows that you and Bubba are cool and she messed with Bubba, wouldn't you feel like she should tell you? Because you're saying if you don't know.
Yeah, she should
tell.
Yeah,
she should tell. That's a different situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said.
But she's messing it like the same window of time?
No, just in general.
And I just saying.
Because that happens too.
Somebody's ex that I really know, it won't even interest me because I've already seen it. I don't know. It won't interest me. But I'm saying on that parameter, who cares about an ex when it's not like that? Now, when y'all got to blend families, number one, why would you want to be with somebody with a baby? But when you got to blend families, okay, that's murky water.
Yeah, I think it all depends on the situation.
Yeah.
So if a female just smashing homeboys, and then 10 years later, you'll talk to her. A guy like his friend can talk to her. That's okay.
Whether it's okay.
Like how many friends can she have smashed for it to be okay for you to talk to her and take her serious?
For me to talk with her and take it serious,
Yeah.
I won't. Within any time. But is it okay? Yes, because some guys, it's okay if another friend in our friend group does it. It's we have that situation now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, we may clown him a little bit when he's not around, but it's okay. Like I would not do that. Okay.
I feel like females okay it more than guys do. I feel like I'm like what D'La just said. She's okay with her friends talking to their ex, but guys are just like, no, I'm never gonna do that.
I'm okay
See,
with somebody talk to one of my exes. That's all I'm saying.
I guess
don't
when
care about
I'm
people.
when I'm reading like the question, is it wrong to date your ex? Like to me, when you're talking about somebody that would be an ex, it's somebody that you actually had some sort of legitimate relationship with. It's not necessarily somebody you might have smashed a few times.
Okay.
I mean, so that's why I would tend to say, probably not. That's probably not a good move.
Don't write me. I dated him in 11th grade. So what?
I don't think
Did y'all even graduate?
I don't think high school, middle school, elementary counts. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything after high school.
And
I'm
the
gonna be
problem
honest.
is people act like that is something that should count. So that's why that question.
Who are
came
these
up.
people?
You see it? I'm trying.
Well, what about? Okay, so I had a situation where we were probably like 8 years, no, maybe like 6 years after high school, and my friend dated my high school sweetheart, and that rubbed me the wrong way because it was like so recent.
6
6
years
years?
is too sensitive.
But you're like jealous. You get really jealous
What
and
the
possessive.
fuck? Why are y'all coming for me? I'm not jealous.
Okay. Okay.
That is you.
One day when we have that special surviving Catrice, make sure y'all book me because I got a few stories if one we could actually talk about it. My goodness.
Surviving.
I can be territorial, but I don't think like.
So that's
You
my
into
answer on
golden
it.
showers?
No,
Okay.
like I'm just very like this is mine, this is mine, this is
And
mine.
if I had him, he's still mine.
If I had him, he's still mine.
'Cause if she found somebody to talk to her ex, she would call her ex up. So you were gonna tell me you talked to her? I'd be like, Catrice, that was 9 years ago.
That is not
so
true.
you wasn't gonna tell me?
That is not true.
Okay. Okay.
They all mine. Just know that. Okay.
Jesus.
All,
Case closed.
they
I
all
guess
mine.
so.
Everybody
Case
I talk
closed.
to is mine. Just know that.
Let's move along here. Pink, set this up for us here.
What am I setting up?
This,
Oh.
Rod Wilmot here.
Yeah, this story broke today. He operates the Mont Sports Academy, which is, I guess, kind of like a private institution. It seems to focus on post-grad high school years, getting people academically qualified and getting them developed basketball-wise to succeed in college. And Bub and I actually played pickup with this guy at Edgewater one time, maybe more. But he's been now arrested and charged with a multitude of crimes that basically involve financial impropriety. And so as the head coach and possible sort of like principal operator of this academy, he's taken in money from parents for tuition and stuff like that. And what it was apparently doing is he was taking that money and putting a portion of that in his own personal account, using it for like OnlyFans and gambling. And at the same time, on behalf of the school, he was like renting like Airbnbs and things for the team on the road and not paying. So like they referenced at least $26,000 of unpaid bills for things that were supposed to be covered by the school that he had collected money for.
Oh, he was hanging out.
And meanwhile, he's out here,
Roderick, whoa.
making bad bets and looking at OnlyFans content.
Look at his face. He
I
look
think
guilty.
we need to hear his statement. I think we need to hear what he has.
He's not
to
going
say.
to make a statement.
Well, you know
He's
he's
a-
not. He's not locked up anymore. I think he bailed out.
Yeah, but he's not going to be making a statement.
I mean, like we just have to hear his side.
Catrice, what?
What's this?
Yeah, you're not.
Because,
You're not.
like when you say he
He's
went
going
to
to. He's going to assert the Fifth Amendment. They have records. They have accounts
and
that
that's
show.
fine, but he could have been investing. He could have been trying to flip it.
Do you trust your men this way? This is a lot of trust
I
you
do.
put
I'm
out.
so naive, girl.
How do you flip money on OnlyFans? It usually flips one way away from you.
Right. You can like just put money into something and then try to hopefully gain more. Maybe that's
I'm
what
not gonna
was
lie.
going on.
Pink and I always wonder like, who are these people?
Right, with the
that are
OnlyFans.
paying for these OnlyFans.
Hey, they out there, they paying.
It's
People
but
like
who?
Pink.
I mean, like who the fuck are they?
People
Like
who-
legit, we found one guy. I mean, but
Ro-
you hear,
Roderick.
but you
Couple
hear
$1,000
these,
worth.
you hear these crazy
wait.
like amounts of money that the women are making
making,
on
yeah.
OnlyFans. And you're like, who's paying that level of money for OnlyFans?
But the
He was
internet has
paying
shown
for
us
OnlyFans
there is.
subscription.
Yes.
I thought he had OnlyFans.
No,
OnlyFans.
that's what I was saying.
So,
He's
John,
looking
your,
at
your
it.
son,
Let me think,
your
let me
son
think.
plays, and all the
Let me
money
think.
you're sending is being used for OnlyFans.
But is he still playing?
Your son is playing.
But is he still playing though? Is he still on
He's
the
going
team?
to play.
It's
Is
not
he
about
still-
his.
Not about. Yeah.
As
It's
long
not-
as he
it's
got
not-
his uniform, as long as he, you know what I'm saying, goes to
She
his
said it.
tournaments.
Who are you?
like-
Who
So
are you?
no, time out. So all right, coach could tell you, hey, we're going to a tournament this weekend. I need $500 from all the parents. The actual cost per player is $200, and he's just taking $300 and betting on the fucking
Yeah.
Timberwolves.
Do you know how hard it is to be a coach?
Okay, if that's the case,
I've
I need
coached,
your
yeah, I know
social.
exactly.
I need your social right now, your address, and
Yeah.
Do you?
it's for a raffle.
I've coached for
He's
20,
probably-
Coaches
anything.
don't get paid.
I've coached for
It
20
doesn't mean
years.
you
Okay, I know you have.
But-
so
but
you probably
you-
mad he beat you to it.
No, I'm not that type of person. Honestly, I'm not. I don't
Like,
I don't
I
think you
don't-
should do that.
I think he was making an honest living.
He was a
But
finesse king.
you're not doing that. Like it's not like you're if you say, all right, I'm gonna charge you whatever $200 for the tournament, but I'm gonna charge you $200 for my personal coaching and training of your son. Now you're making a business arrangement. But if you're telling somebody I'm charging you $500 for this, and they're diverting half
gave
of
me a
that
set.
to OnlyFans or their own personal stuff,
Yeah.
that's fraud.
It's a
It's fraud by definition.
It's a big problem when 90% of your athletes are black athletes who are struggling financially in home.
Black.
You
And
could have
it's
been
not
struggling.
just
He looked
one-
like he's struggling
and it's
too
not
in that
just
picture.
one $500 payment. This is happening over and over and
Yeah.
over and over.
I'm
again.
just-
He
all I'm
could have
saying-
done good.
All of these-
All I'm saying is, we just need to hear what he has to say.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want
But you're not gonna because he's
We don't know
arrested.
that.
We do because he's going to assert the Fifth Amendment until this criminal proceeding is done.
She'll be her later. You have
And
a
then he's
collect
gonna
call
go
from
into hiding
Roderick.
and he's
You
gonna
talk to
find
him.
a different hustle.
He'll probably relocate to a different state, resume the hustle.
Or find a different one.
I feel like scraping it off the top. That's just I feel it's gross. I feel like it's gross. And his kids, so you could have been. He probably just being like, "Hey, we got a
It's
pizza
not the
party
kids, it's the parents.
to make himself feel good."
He's scamming the parents.
These are hard work.
But the parents of aspiring athletes get scammed enough.
Yeah.
Like you don't need this guy. Like what the fuck, dude? Like the actual cost of stuff is bad enough.
Yeah.
What a big heart.
Yeah. Kobe says he needs Otani interpreter.
He does.
but he's what is going to happen? He's going to get out, like you say. He's going to find a different hustle. Now, a lot of times though, you get in jobs and you find your little hustle, whether it is maybe cheating time on the clock,
Yeah.
maybe people find their little hustle within their jobs.
Yeah.
To get over.
When I worked
This
as
guy
a
is-
summer camp counselor in Connecticut, we used to have a barbecue Friday, and then we'd get the kids to all contribute money, and we'd go to like the 7-Eleven and buy a bunch of shit for the cookout. But we'd bring these big boxes and we'd steal additional stuff from the 7-Eleven.
So you're like a Robin Hood. Innocent.
Yeah, we took those guys to the cleaners back in the day.
No, that's terrible, man. All right, moving on here to some other hot topics here. Okay, so we do this thing here where we say, whether these people are crazy or not crazy. Okay, that's what we're going to determine here. So first up, we have here a husband kills his wife of 7 years and himself after she finds out he was sleeping with men. All right.
Wow.
Now, did
So
you?
death do his part.
Yeah. So.
Death did them
The-
part.
I don't want to say funny, but the interesting thing is, you look at this picture, you could tell this man is sweet. I mean, the picture on the
That's
right.
not true. Light skinned guys look
No,
like
they
that.
don't
They
do
just
it
look
like
like
that.
that regularly.
That is so
Look like that
awful.
regularly.
It's really awful. But first of all, you
Who is
have
it? The
to
one at
know,
the bottom screen?
No,
No,
top.
top.
Oh, I was like, okay.
Top. Now this guy has to.
You
I
want
mean,
a shot at the title if his
I
penis wasn't
can't
too big?
My
his wife.
Okay.
I don't know how long. Oh, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know this man gay.
No.
7 years, maybe you're dating for another additional 1 to 4 years or whatever.
It's not
So
the
you're
national
talking,
average.
you're talking 10 years.
Known this man for a decade.
People
You
make
don't know this
People
man
make
is gay in
excuses
a
for stuff
decade?
they don't want to see. People make excuses
No,
when they don't
that's
want
the
to
truth.
see.
That's true.
And
I
then
dated
they-
somebody I didn't know he was gay.
But deep,
I'm just.
all right, man.
But that's
deep
crazy.
down, do you not know that he's gay?
She.
Deep down.
You can't tell.
I feel like your
All right,
intuition,
time
your
out,
intuition
time out.
works, but
Time out. Though. I want to say a couple things. I do think there's a part of this where if you don't want to know, you kind of deny yourself that. You're gonna reinforce beliefs you want. But the other question is, she caught him, so it does suggest at some point she
went on
became
the hunt.
curious
Yeah, she went on the hunt.
and went on the hunt. I mean, unless this guy was just so confident that he was like bringing dudes over to the marital bed.
After 10 years, I mean.
But
you
I feel
get-
like Pete. I don't
this
like
dumb,
that.
This dumb motherfucker.
I've had a good run. It ain't about to stop now. Yeah, I mean, so she probably became curious at
You
some
can use
point.
your homeboys. You know.
You think he turned gay?
No. No. Absolutely not.
Don't upset me.
That's
Yeah.
silly.
Yeah.
That's just silly.
I mean,
talk.
I don't. He probably was straight when he married her, and then was
Absolutely
like,
not. Absolutely
No,
not.
she was a beard for him.
He's been smashing dudes since middle school.
Middle school.
no.
Yeah, he jacked the guy off, I'm sure.
But I feel like
Well, maybe he was fighting it. Maybe he
That's not how it
didn't want
starts. I
to
don't
be.
want to. I don't want to come off as offensive.
You seem to know.
I just feel you should. That's why be comfortable with who you are, because you killing her because she found out you're gay. Why didn't you? No, like this should be
He
a
wasn't
conversation.
comfortable.
Now,
I don't.
Wow.
too much Celsius.
Too little
Wait, is
Celsius.
there a paper
Lost the
towel?
balance.
There isn't.
We can't worry about that. We're in the
Just
middle of a
sit
show.
down.
Carry on.
Okay.
Now-
Your followers.
Let's
I
be a
gotta go, you
professional.
guys.
Now, listen. When she finds out, right, you don't know what this man has. You know, that could ruin his life, his job. It's going to ruin his family. It's going to ruin.
Not this day and age.
Huh?
Not this day
But
and age.
this is the thing that you've got to realize in these situations. Like, when people are caught it like that, like they're not seeing everything. It's a moment of panic. They're going to lose what they have, whether it's that family, whether it's the kids, whether it's whatever. That's what he's seeing, is that his life, the moment he gets caught, just fell apart. The life that
Everybody
he knows.
knows.
And it's not just that everybody knows maybe he's gay. Like, he's going to lose this family. He's probably going to lose the kids or access to. Like, everything he has is kind of on the line right now. And that's what he's reacting to. And, of course, he's overreacting. But that's what people do in those situations
I
when
think
they're
you're
not thinking clearly.
underestimating the fear and the or shame that men who are in the closet really go through. If they will kill trans people and they'll kill whoever they mess with, that shame for them is by far enough to do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking
They're
about.
not caring about losing their kids. What?
Yeah, I think everything.
I think it's up
it's
there,
everything.
but it's not as high as the shame.
It's everything though. Your entire existence, once you've been playing this facade for however long you had, and now it's broken.
Yeah,
and you don't
I feel it's a
and you
combination,
don't
yes.
control that anymore. You don't know where that's going to go,
Mm-hmm.
and you panic out of shame, embarrassment,
Yeah,
all of
a
that.
combination.
And now you've created a situation where you're going to kill some people.
That's so sad because it
At
could've
least
been a
at least
conversation.
he threw himself in and made it a 2-for-1.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Is this
How
guy
did they-
is this guy crazy?
Death.
Is he crazy? No, he's hurt.
He is crazy.
Bubba,
Excuse me?
Bubba, he's dead. It matters not.
He was crazy, and that's unfortunate because you're gay. I find out, just leave. You know, there's other options.
He was hurt.
I don't care. You don't kill nobody.
How does the gay boyfriend feel?
He's hurt too.
He don't care. He's
don't
with somebody
care?
else.
He's
He-
not
he-
with somebody
he does
else. He's
care.
trying to get over him.
Man,
He's hurt.
That
Everybody's
assumes
hurt.
that assumes that they had an actual relationship.
You think he was just out here smashing?
yes,
Yeah.
I do feel that way.
I do, most likely, yeah.
He was on all them websites. I sound like a real 80s baby. All these apps. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, what's that?
And you got a family.
What's that gay man app they be talking about all the time?
What gay man app?
It's a gay man dating app.
I can't remember.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
It's
Yeah.
Like, it's like one that's really.
Is it
famous.
gentleman?
Because I saw
random
this TikTok,
information.
they said they played the notification sound for it. They said if your man breaks his neck when he hears this notification, you got some questions. And women were like doing the video, and then some guys were like, and I was
So
like,
the
that's
app
crazy.
the app has its own weird.
You know, like a
But I mean, like it has its own
Signature
weird
Down.
ringtone or something.
notification. It's not
Yeah.
just a normal notification, big
Just
bang
like
or whatever.
Tinder has a.
That's
No,
funny.
I think we changed our notification for that.
But if you have your sound on, you have a. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
All right, moving on to the next one here.
Bubba, what are you trying to do over there?
Trying to be on my
Why
lap.
she lying to you? All right, so the next one here. I'm just clouded. Florida man. Whenever that sentence starts off as Florida man.
It's about to be wild.
It-
I never want to be on a Florida person story.
It
Never.
very seldom disappoints.
Florida man arrested for pulling up on his girlfriend in the middle of the ocean, holding her at gunpoint, and forcing her to leave on his boat.
Because she was out there hoeing, thotting, and bopping.
Yeah.
As he should.
So she was on a.
As he should.
So wait, so she was on a yacht.
I don't know, but
I hope she
I'm
wasn't by
assuming-
herself on a jet ski.
I'm assuming most of them are yachts because, especially down south. You go on the
Like,
boat,
yeah.
the girls go on the boat.
Well, I was gonna say, like,
they
if she's
twerking,
on a jet ski by herself, why do we need all this drama?
twerking and eating grilled chicken wings,
That sounds like a vibe.
She really was other men.
Somebody pick her up, please.
Grilled chicken wings.
Do you need a life jacket?
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot swim worth nothing, baby.
Really?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm gonna need swimming lessons too. I mean, a lawyer, swimming lessons. What else?
Listen.
You so crazy. You so crazy.
He's not
You
crazy.
think he crazy?
He's crashing out. He took a GUN. When you gotta bring a weapon, I don't care if it's a bat, and you bringing a weapon, you lost control and you're crazy.
If she
thing-
was
the
never
thing-
there,
I-
she would never
The
done
thing
it.
about it,
I'm gonna go with he's crazy.
Come on, like,
Because if you think about it, again,
and I can tell you like
He's
crazy.
in love.
you know,
You think crazy,
It's
you interpret
love.
that to love. But that's another
He
show.
is
We
in
can't do
love.
that here today. We can't break this down and fix my life.
but I'm anti-gun, so I don't agree with that part of it. But if this guy has to ride out in his own boat to haul this chick back to the shore, she's already gone back to the streets.
What's the
You're
conversation
not-
like in the car?
You're not. Yeah, you're
Probably
not
liked
on the
it.
boat. On the
She
boat
probably
back.
liked it. Like, oh my baby, you did that.
If it's you, she did.
Then you don't
if
want
it's you,
you
she loved
you
it.
don't
I
you
love
don't
you.
want that delusional hoe in your life.
You so
But
crazy.
she should never been there. That's how I feel. Like it's whatever.
mean?
She was somewhere she should not have been, and he did not. She was
probably-
out there
she
thotting
she probably
and bopping.
lied and deceived.
Yeah.
Okay, and if she did,
I'm
what's
sure
so hard
she
about
did.
breaking up with people? Nobody does that no more.
That's what I'm saying.
We gotta go. We gotta go.
And who gave you this information? I don't trust whoever made this headline up. Like, how you know he had?
You
a,
know
a-
what you're
a gun with him?
exposing a lot. Because the reason you don't want to believe all this, because you have excuses why this happens. Because when
No.
you do stuff, you have a million excuses why you do it.
I have reasons.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Are you batshit crazy?
We'll talk
I'm
later.
not anymore. I've grown.
Hey,
I think
eye
I
contact.
agree with Trice. though.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
not sure
you.
he's so crazy. Like
Why?
I was talking to this girl at one time, and we weren't in a relationship. We were just talking, but I went on the boat with her. Okay, went on the boat with her, and it was like a birthday thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so she got all her friends on the boat, and they're they twerking.
You
and
act
dancing.
different on a boat.
And like I say, and it was a fun vibe. But there was a moment where it was like this dude on the boat, and like she went to like where she was dancing on the dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like so, I went to the bathroom when I came out, went around the corner, and she was dancing on the dude, and then they would like stop when I come around, right? And
Fun
then
police.
so
Well, what was
at
your role
first
in
I'm
this?
drinking, right, and something I don't know. And then so I did an experiment, and I went back on the other side
He's doing experiments on a boat.
on the boat.
Drunk-
I
drunk
stopped having
Bubba.
fun.
Drunk
This
Bubba
is
turns into
spirit.
fucking
Let
Albert
me check
Einstein
this
on the
out.
boat.
Let me check this
And then the
out.
next thing I checked, they in the corner now, and she's dancing on them. And then I come around, and then they stop. That pissed me off so fucking
Red light, green
much.
light, 1, 2, 3. You never
Yes.
played it before?
Fucking suck his thing right there. If you, do what you gotta
Dang.
do. I mean, do what you gotta do. You understand?
But
you
in that,
feel?
did you
That
feel
pissed
like?
me off.
Did you want to pull anything
If I
out?
had one, I would have pulled.
Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out.
Blow everybody
Time
up.
Bubba said,
Why
Yeah.
would you? Why?
On
would
her though, on her.
Why?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It's silly. It's dumb.
So you're with this guy.
I'm
If
saying
you're- if
he
you're
might
woman-
not
if
be
you're-
as crazy.
if your
Because
woman's-
think about this. Okay, he has to go on he's on his boat catching up with the other boat.
everybody
He
got
can't-
boats?
He can't.
I'm
No,
cool
that's
with
what
that.
happened. That's what
I
happened.
know.
He can't jump off his boat to her boat. how is he going to get her to come on his boat?
Without
Exactly.
the gun.
Yeah. What is it? What?
Bring your ass.
He could
Right
harpoon.
now.
He could harpoon her fat ass.
Bring your
You know how
ass.
dumb you gotta
something.
feel? Get over here. She's like, no. You're like, the water's moving you. I said get over here. You know what? Okay, I'm not going to go on your side, but I see why he was a little furious.
Oh my God. But who said he had
Okay.
a gun? Where did that come from?
He had a gun.
a
Why are you
How do you
questioning
know
it?
that
Yeah,
though?
Because the article says it. Jesus Christ.
Man, I don't believe articles.
I guess my point is I can understand why he's mad. I get that. That's pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is when you go that far to bring her back,
Yes.
what are you bringing her back for?
Exactly.
Love.
That's not. She's going to be pissed. She'll be agitated.
She's
going
gonna
to act
find
out.
it sexy because she's gonna be like, "Babe, you did all of that for me."
Are y'all really that crazy? I don't
know
give
what?
you a lot of
There's-
credit.
there's
I don't
women
know.
like That's why
Like,
they-
I don't give you.
love.
I don't give you a lot of credit, but that's even crazier than I said. I mean, that's just some.
I'm just saying there are females who think like that. Like,
And they need to be institutionalized.
So we have 2 crazy and 2 not crazy.
crazy.
All right.
no, it's
Crazy.
not
And
crazy.
I don't like crazy people.
Chat.
I don't either.
Break the tie for us, chat. All right.
Chat. And I hope there's some people like me and Pink in the chat.
I know.
Is it crazy or is it not crazy?
People of sound mind and body.
Lastly, here we have a man caught chilling with 3 different girls on the same day, wearing the same outfit on his first day out of jail.
He ain't crazy.
Well, that
He ain't crazy.
when I saw
Nah,
that, I
it's-
didn't read all that. I was,
This is the most stable guy going. Think about it. Like, he just got out of jail. He hasn't had a lot of time to shop. He's trying to catch up with the girls.
Trying to catch up.
Shout out to him. This is perfectly normal behavior.
That's a lot of energy, man. 3 girls.
He's
in
been
one
holding
day.
back.
I mean, unless he's been giving it up to the dudes in jail, he should be all fired up and ready to go.
He's been
that's
holding
funny. He
back.
didn't even change his clothes.
Why would you change his clothes?
I know, but it's
washed
just funny
up?
to see.
No time to waste.
Did he wash up?
You
He
think
did
he
not.
just
He did
washed
not
up?
wash up.
No.
He's probably not thinking that somebody's watching him all day.
But
like-
imagine that. You know what sucks? Because every one of them, I bet you was bare. Bet you was bare.
It has to be.
It-
Yeah, it
They
has
were
Nobody
probably all
fresh out of
pen
jail.
pals.
Nobody fresh out of jail is put. Let me get my condom. No, they're not.
Yeah.
I
But they-
survived jail. I can certainly saw.
And every one of them thought he was
Survive.
waiting and holding out for her.
Yep.
So
Yeah. How they got caught was, you take a picture. Your man comes home. Oh, my man home now. You
Bay
take a picture.
home.
You put it on social media, then all of a sudden, maybe 2 of them knows each other.
How did he get to the next person's house?
What you mean? You get around. This
Uber.
Is,
He got money for an Uber.
Come on,
they
2024.
can Uber him over
Come
there.
on now,
Yeah.
Catrice. Catrice.
Oh,
You don't want that first day
I don't
out
believe
of
this
prison,
story. Where you
Penis?
got this from?
You don't want that first day out of
She'll believe
prison?
nothing.
I don't delete. I'm not dating nobody in prison.
He's not in the prison.
Well, he's out. He's free.
I'm not dating nobody who was.
He's yours for the
Oh,
taking.
cute. Oh, you trying to throw shade?
Have you've never dated a guy who's had spent any time in jail?
Sure you have.
No. I don't.
Shout out to my ex-convicts. Those made decisions and cleared them.
I've never.
Shout
I
out
don't
to
think I've dated a guy
Bayhead.
who's been in jail.
Okay.
'Cause, yeah, I require too much attention to date anybody who's in jail.
No, I'm not saying in jail. Like somebody that
And he
you
came
met.
out.
You might not have
We wouldn't.
known.
We wouldn't make it that. Oh, like okay. So you say I just met him and he came out?
And he was, maybe he was in jail 3 years ago, but
No,
now
I'd be
you're,
like, no, because he can't get an apartment. He can't. Like, there's a lot of
See,
things. I
look,
can't.
see,
I'm
that's
not that type of
crazy.
writer. I'm not gonna be down for you. No,
Well, listen, honey.
that's fine. You can keep that ring.
I was about to ring. Dang, that's crazy because I was doing this. I was about to flex on something else, but we can start there. Shout out to Babe. People make decisions, and guess what?
I'll be single. I'm fine. I can't date nobody who's a convict.
But somebody on a boat with a gun. Where do you think he's
But
going?
did he go to jail? But did she press charges?
it's just a
If
matter
we
of
know
time.
about it, trust
only
me,
a matter
he's
of
going to
Man,
take.
he ain't going to jail.
It's
She
just
ain't
a matter
press
of time.
charges.
All right.
He
See,
good.
she watches court
He
TV,
good.
like the TV court, so that's why she's thinking, oh, he's gonna be out.
He good.
Do
He
you-
cute too.
Do you think he loses any of these women?
No, be
He's-
for real.
He's
So
been
he's
in
in a perfect grace spirit. He's
He's good and he's fed.
any woman that waiting around for this guy to get out of jail and give him the time of day has some pretty low standards.
Yes,
So he don't got to worry about
I
that.
agree.
He's fine.
Any
I mean
female who waits for a guy to get out of jail has low standards. You are absolutely correct.
Are you talking about me, Catrice?
I'm talking to Pink. I'm just letting Pink know I agree with what
Yeah,
he said.
as you should.
That's all I'm saying.
This is why I primarily date in the hoods, because I think you guys are right. That's
Wait,
the
how's
type
how's that connected to the story?
I'm sure they're in the hood. They hood.
Why do
niggas.
you think that? That's
Yeah, you don't
But-
just say that then say, wait, what do you mean?
But you like a woman out of jail?
No, I'm saying I like a woman who will give guys that type of grace.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a master manipulator. He knows why he's saying it.
No, I'm just saying. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
A grace as far as everybody sees that you with all of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't like him.
Bubba or the
Yeah,
guy in
Bubba.
jail? Oh.
What?
I think you have a big love-hate thing for Bubba.
He gets on my nerves.
but we all know that's code for other stuff.
I think you have sensitive
What?
nerves.
My mic is on?
It's been
Sorry.
on an hour.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to say that. Yeah, I mean, he's good. They're gonna do diss tracks back and forth on Facebook. Yeah, I'm with him. Yeah. And then one's gonna get pregnant, and then one's like, "Oh, you think you're good? I'm pregnant too."
Yep.
And one's gonna say, "Well, both y'all, guess what?
No, there has to be
He
one
gave me
smart one
something.
out of the three. There's gonna be one smart one. out
No,
of the
they
three.
just fall off
Nah.
over time, and honestly, years.
Odds suggest there's no smart one there.
Damn.
He's good and fed. So
Well,
it's
to
a
be
crazy-
honest, it's very hard to date now, and so
No, it's not.
You're
yes,
not-
it is.
You're now open to felons.
No, I'm not. I'm just
Okay.
saying for females, I understand females who lower their standards or go after certain people or who tolerate a lot of things because it's a low percentage of good men out here. So if they want to share that man or if they want to fight for him, then maybe their odds are better with that guy than being single.
You seem like a frustrated romantic.
Wow, that was so good. Tell me, because that was on point.
That was really good.
That was on point.
You're a different animal.
Is there a low percentage of good men, or
I think there's a low percentage of good-looking men and good
It's all physical.
and good men. There's very low percentage. I've been single for quite a long time, and I've noticed.
I didn't mean to laugh. Please, can we edit that out? Oh, this is live. Oh my gosh.
It's just crazy how there's men in Orlando, but like I would say 85% of the men in Orlando are ugly,
Ugly?
hideous.
Hideous.
Do you know the type of men that walk around Orlando?
I know who
You
I
know,
know.
are you trying to tell me there's not ugly men
I'm
in
not-
Orlando? There's a lot of ugly men in Orlando.
okay? Now take this.
Your percentage.
So say if the percentages are correct. Say if you're a little off and say 80%,
Okay.
and 20% of men are good looking. Okay. Now you take that 20%. All right. Now how many of that 20%
Are married?
are going to be married, or even the reverse, don't have jobs, or whatever, can't get apartments, ex-convicts. Okay, so now when you take that down to what? Now you're down to what? 3 to 5%,
Yeah.
2% of men, eligible men.
Correct.
Now how many of those 2% of men, because they're good looking, they don't have drama, they can get apartments, all of that good stuff. How many of them are whores and like to have? Or just like the comfort of various different women at times.
That's
Now what
the, that's
are
the
you down
Kevin
to?
Samuels situation.
You're down to
the options.
0.3%.
Correct. That's why I'm single.
Huh?
That's why I'm single.
Well, why not go back, reverse a little bit, rewind a little bit, and flex on what you can handle. Maybe you take a guy that doesn't, that wants to be with a woman or two here and there. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you get a guy who's an ex-convict who's been in jail before. Or maybe you get a guy who's a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying?
I prefer to be single.
Huh?
I'm happy single. So I'm not gonna deal with that.
Yeah, but you're not happy single.
Why would you? What?
You're not,
Why would you say that?
because you're dating, and then you get mad and frustrated with the guys that you are dating. So you're not happy single.
What you looking at me
That's not
for?
being happy single.
Bubba's talking.
I'm happy single.
No, you're not happy single.
All right,
You're
you're-
busy. You make yourself extra busy so that you don't have to acknowledge that you're single.
This is getting good. I didn't know I pulled up. This is interesting, and this is live.
So like, I'm sorry.
But when does and I'm not being corny, but when does the inside finally matter? Like,
inside?
Don't you
I
love
want
a good
to.
personality? Like,
I do.
What inside
I
are we
wanna
talking
get
about?
There.
like the
What
inside, not
The
just
person's feelings, like how they are. I
he's
wanna
not
get
fine,
there.
he's not this. Somebody respecting you, taking care of you, you don't think that's sexy?
I want to get
Bring
there.
your ugly ass here. I'm like, we're all not sexy to somebody. We're all not fine to somebody. But I feel like when you worry about just the superficial, you're gonna miss that cane. You're gonna miss them. You gonna miss
Coach-
them.
You are correct.
Coach
You are
Brody,
absolutely correct.
Coach Brody asking what makes a man a good man?
You don't got the answer off the top of
I
your head?
do. I do have the answer. I'm just.
Give her a second.
We
Thank
know
you,
we know
I've been
good looking.
drinking.
We know good looking is a
No,
woman.
that doesn't. I mean,
That's a fact
He
that
can
you
be
just said.
okay. He doesn't have to be
Oh,
fine.
You seem
He
to
can be okay,
you,
but like
you
I
put
need
a high
somebody-
priority on that.
She really does.
You
She
definitely
really does. She gonna pick apart something like
We've
this.
had many a guest, and I don't think
I
anybody's
just
ever
want
put such high
somebody
priority.
who's gonna take my feelings into consideration.
That's it?
No, there's more. I'm not. Damn.
Oh.
We'll get to it though. I mean, we have an audience. Like,
I mean, I just feel like I want to
hold on,
provide.
hold on. And also tell the people what you mean by good looking.
I mean,
Because
everybody. No.
Yeah.
My good looking could be different from somebody else's good looking.
what your good looking is light skin,
No, stop it! Don't say
Slim-
that on
slim.
live.
slim.
That I don't like slim.
A hooper. And they're built like Slim.
Go ahead. You guys are this. Take me off. This is not true.
And it cannot be well endowed.
that's a lot.
So I mean,
Asking a lot.
I don't even know how to compute that in percentages. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Like, wow.
I have nothing to talk about. What's the next thing we're talking about?
No, go ahead. But you're saying
I don't
take
have
your feelings.
anything. I'm just.
Take your feelings into account. They could be okay looking.
Yeah, they could be.
What
okay.
is taking your feelings into? Like, because I could say like, hey, I've considered your feelings.
Are you gonna help me? Are you not gonna
You're
help me?
saying the opposite of what I'm saying.
I'm asking you to help me.
Yeah, but what you're saying don't make no sense. Don't make no sense.
She can't help you. We're asking you, what do you feel? What makes a good man for you?
I'm just saying, like,
What makes a good man for her is different. Matter of fact, she has a good man already.
Oh, but say it again, brother. say it again. Hi, Trey. Hi, baby.
well, I like a local man.
Local as in Orlando only?
Correct.
But you just talked shit about Orlando.
I'm sorry.
You just talked
No,
trash
like he
about
can move
Orlando.
here. He could be like, oh, I just transferred for a job. That's the perfect type of
But
guy.
they have to be in Orlando city limits. Or
I don't like.
or
I'm not
surrounding-
traveling.
surrounding
I don't want to
areas.
travel.
Right, or surrounding areas.
Everybody know. Nobody wants to travel for a relationship.
No long distance for Trice. Okay.
No, it's not just for Trice. It's for a lot of people.
But we're
A lot
talking
of
about
people.
you. You're the
Yeah,
subject.
yeah.
But would you do the distance
I
for a
don't want
good
to be
man?
the subject.
But you are. We landed on
I
this.
don't want to be the subject. I'm just so he has to take care of my feelings, like be considerate, like just he has to have a good job. Now I'm not saying he has to have a great job. He just has to do a decent job where he can take care of himself.
Do
he
you
can take
have
care
an
of
income
responsibilities.
threshold?
I don't want to put that on live.
What you do?
I don't. But he just has to be able to take care of what he has going on.
That's fair.
Okay, like I'm not asking for.
Well, apparently statistics show that you need to make 93 grand a year to take care of
No.
yourself.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I thought it was 100 between two people.
Those 93 is
No, it was just I just saw
Between-
that like last week or something.
Yeah.
It's a new thing for Central Florida
Just for one person?
Yeah.
for singles
That
to
is
live
crazy.
comfortably.
comfortably
comfortably.
independently.
That's
Independent.
crazy.
Yeah.
You wanna shack up?
I mean, I'm okay. I mean,
Wait
I
a minute.
meet the threshold, but I mean, if you want to come over, come nights. If you know what you have to do, you know, I'm not opposed to that.
You mean have to do like she has to cook, take the trash out some days?
That ain't the,
She
those
knows,
aren't
she
the
knows.
functions.
Oh, she knows.
She knows.
Those aren't the functions we're talking about.
She knows.
Bubba can take the trash out himself.
That's right. I'm very good at taking the trash out.
You don't take no trash out.
They take the trash out for me.
Exactly. He just put it
I'm
outside
that
his
type of
door.
community, yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
what else do you got here?
Go ahead.
Takes care of himself financially.
I don't have nothing else. That's all. He
Takes
just-
in consideration
I like
your
a
feelings.
family oriented guy as well.
here we
Like
go.
definitely has to be that. So that's all.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Yeah. I wanna wear matching pajamas on Christmas.
Really? That's some corny shit, man.
I do.
That is some
I
corny
do.
shit. I've never seen a guy look happy in one of those pictures.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe
mean,
the
they-
gay one that
I
we
was
just
just, I,
talked
I, Chance was going and saying he looked very excited. He was
Yeah.
he
A
smile.
little too excited.
He's like,
So
this is gonna get him.
he was thinking about that dick he's gonna suck later.
Finish these
I
pics.
might be in these PJs right now, but in 20 minutes somebody's gonna be balls
He
deep.
said this is gonna keep her busy for the next couple hours. Filthy.
She's
Just
going to be editing these pictures,
Yeah.
putting filters
Oh
on
my gosh.
while I'm away.
captions.
Saddle up, cowboy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my.
But no, for real, I never seen a happy dude in those pictures.
No.
They're just.
I think there are guys who are happy to do
No,
that.
They
they're
do it
not.
for us, Catrice.
No.
They do. There is not one man on the planet who's like, man, I want to dress up in matching
Okay.
PJs and take a picture and publish
It may
that.
not be his idea. He may not be going like on the website, like okay, looking for the matching
he
family
damn
picture,
sure ain't.
like pajamas. He's not, but he's gonna do. He's happy
For
doing it with
us.
his.
He's not. He's
with his
not
family.
happy doing it.
Catrice. They don't
He's
give a
content.
damn about
He's-
that.
he's-
At best, he's content.
What's Live
Yeah.
saying? Nobody's
Yeah.
saying anything. Like
Not
guys
about
aren't
that.
happy.
Nah, they're not. They're just doing it to appease the woman. It's one less fight they have to have. Maybe one more blowjob to get.
But I feel like you should know this because you use those pictures as leverage. Oh, we're gonna do family pics. He's like, all right. After that, I got you. He's like, all right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Please.
I think I can find a guy who's.
He's
happy
got
with
to
it.
explain all that to his side piece.
After all that percentage you went through,
Yeah, that 0.5%.
you're gonna
Of a
find the
guy.
guy.
I'm gonna find
I
him.
love it.
I'm gonna find him who like to take family pictures in pajamas.
Keep hope alive.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
You're so positive.
thank you.
I like that.
Well, you guys are still on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We are nearing the end of our time with you guys here.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys have anything else interesting you want to say here? Putting you on the spot. Oh, I do. I had this quick exercise.
An exercise.
I like
Yes.
exercise.
Hold on, what kind?
Don't relax.
Thank you.
You're not in your garage.
What's this about this close friends thing you have to get rid of?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna close down my close friends. I said I was transitioning it to Gen Pop. I just made a decision to do so. You're not in my close friends. I know. I know.
The green bubble on Instagram.
I took you out.
Oh, you were mad because.
No, I wasn't mad. It's just that it's some friends I know. If I post it, I'm like, girl, why? I'm like, I need.
I don't want to see
I
your nips.
That's my point.
I don't want to see your
So-
nips. I'm glad you took me out. Because
Thank
first
you.
of all, as a married woman
What else?
at all,
What
first
else?
of all, you should not be posting
No,
pictures
no,
like
me
that.
and my husband, we have our own.
And that's fine.
Then what?
It's just too
Then
much.
what?
And first of all, it's
Are
not,
you?
it's-
Is he on the?
I am, but it's not too much in there.
It isn't. Trust my close friends
It's
isn't.
barely anything. First of all, we made her close friends better
Yeah.
because she was posting dogs.
She got
I remember that.
workouts.
I
all that.
accidentally
So
put that in there that one time, and you
Oh my
really
gosh,
thought I accidentally
So-
put a picture in there, and you were like,
I
oh,
don't.
do
You
it.
know what? To be honest, I didn't even notice I wasn't even in your close.
It's
friends.
okay.
You don't notice. You just
I
don't
don't.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you're
I'm
not,
okay
if you're
with
not
that.
in, you're not going to know. You just
Yeah.
assume they haven't
Yeah.
posted any close friends content.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'll take you off mine so we
Why-
can be even.
See what I'm saying? Why are you upset?
I'm not upset, but if you don't want me as your close friend,
I
that's
knew
fine.
you'd be uncomfortable, and I'm like,
I'm not uncomfortable. Is that what you?
My
like?
close friends, the people in there, everybody's just chill. Like you're not getting like, oh my gosh. It's just like, oh, okay,
So you don't want
Pop
people
your
to
shit.
respond?
I'm cool with it. I don't need no.
Because that's all I did. I responded to what
I-
you posted.
I did have a question, and I asked Trice this, but and she said you probably want to answer on it, but I think you will answer on it. Oh no! I think it might have been Pink. I asked this, but anyway, do guys hit you up in your inbox?
Me?
Yeah.
No, honestly, no. They know. Like I play. Everybody knows I'm comfortable.
I know
I'm a
you
joke.
play, but a lot of guys might not know.
She lied.
They know. Listen, I'm trying to tell
ahead,
you.
go ahead,
As
go
far as like real hit me up, no. Yes, I get messages, but it's not what you think. It'd be like, damn, or damn.
That's what
Damn.
That's what we think.
That's
what we think. That's.
But honestly, when I see the material, yeah, I see why you said damn. But it's not like damn. What are you doing? Come on now. Like no one's
But you
trying to hit
know
me.
what that damn means.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Come on now.
No, yeah. That's cool for you that you not take it. You know.
Yeah, I don't take.
Some women will take it like, oh, yeah.
So and so be looking at my
man.
story. Who cares? I posted a story for niggas to see. Y'all to see it. And honestly,
not me.
that was a nice picture.
But not me.
Because you act real. You have phases where sometimes you like cool, and
I'm
other
not gonna lie.
times.
I like that though. I like that.
You
Because
are
that's-
just such an emotionally complicated
She
person.
is. She's gonna text me. So when did you take me out? When I was.
I know when you took me out. I know what you posted and what I said. I already know what
I was like, oh, I don't want her to be offended. Let me just take her out. And that was it. That was me being a good friend.
Some chairs?
Take it off of me.
Take it.
Come on, man. It's not like I'm actually taking your bra off.
But see, here's the thing.
But you asking a lot from me and we're not even dating.
Of course not.
Ask Dion.
Of course not.
And that's the problem.
Ask
let's,
Dion.
let's clear that up.
She can't.
Oh, yes,
All
I
right.
can.
Quick hitting questions here before we get you guys off. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now these are quick questions. It's going to be for all three of you guys, including you, Pink.
Rapid fire.
Okay. I need you to answer quick. You can give an explanation, but I need a quick answer.
Got it.
Okay. Quick
Quick.
answer, and then we'll come back for explanation.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
can't think about it?
No. And I'm coming to you first. Okay?
No.
Yes, I am.
Catrice, you're right.
She's not stable enough to go first.
Okay. Would you let your adult son have sex in your house?
No.
No.
Don't think.
No.
I think I already have.
That's what I mean. You can't control it. You can't control it.
My sister smashed in my house.
How old's your son? Well, how old was he when he smashed? When you think he smashed?
Early 20s.
I feel like go find. Okay, you want to do it? Go find your way to do it, like how we had to.
Right, not under my roof.
Yeah.
Like that's disrespectful.
How is that disrespectful? Like,
Cause it's my roof. I don't want to give my son a
I
comfortable spot to have
think
sex.
it's a tribute to your openness.
I'm gonna tell you, be safe. Do you be safe? Number one,
No.
but I'm not saying, hey, it's all free. You know how people, when you give somebody that line, you gotta know they're gonna take 3 yards.
Yeah.
So it's like when I give it to you,
He's gonna be bringing all of them over
yeah,
there.
it's gonna be a rotation.
No.
You gotta have a, even if it's a fake firm boundary, you gotta put one out. Like, no, don't be doing that in my house. Even though I know when I go to work, you know, I get off, you're gonna have them out by then, but don't be doing
Listen,
it.
it's different nowadays. We have cameras everywhere.
You
It wasn't like that when we were. I have cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like that when we were growing up. It was
Yeah.
easy. This nigga got through my window.
For real.
Okay, now, you every time you open the window, beep beep, you hear that.
Like, I know it's gonna happen, but I'm never gonna be like, hey, you know what? I want you to do what you want here. Personally, I'm not. You're gonna do it anyhow. But I'm not giving you the green light to say, no.
I mean, I'm not.
Because when you have
I'm not rolling in the house and hey, when's your next orgy? I mean, like, but if it happens,
You
it
know what?
happens. I'm
I
not trying to make it uncomfortable for anybody.
As a boy mom, should I be okay with my son? Like, when should I be okay with my son having sex?
Early as possible.
No, for real. Like
Yeah.
for real.
How old is he?
He's 15.
He should be getting some.
No, he's not.
He should.
It don't matter if you're not okay.
Really?
It's about him being.
That's
doesn't
his.
matter.
You
Yeah, it
have
doesn't
you
matter.
have to already. If you, we're gonna
What the
remember
hell?
us.
I know. In all
My
seriousness.
mom instilled everything. I did what I
But
wanted
in all seriousness, what the fuck do you have to do with it?
What do you mean? What do I
It's
have
his
to do?
sex life.
Don't bring no grandbabies. I ain't watching.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What if he's not? First of all, he's not mature enough to be having sex.
What do you mean?
He still plays video games.
So there's grown ass men that play video games.
Exactly. They shouldn't be having
Bubba,
sex.
apparently. Grand Theft Bubba.
I don't feel
I play
like
basketball games. I'm
Oh,
different.
my bad.
It's okay.
like he
Yeah,
has
but
a
sure.
girlfriend now, and I just feel like what's really scary is because I see me
In her.
in him right now.
I was gonna say if you see
So-
you and her, that's a problem.
No, I see the way he's moving now and how he's like being more out there and comfortable with saying certain things to women, and I'm just like, I remember me in 9th grade.
But you cannot stop that
You can't.
process, and you're gonna frustrate yourself by trying to do that, and
Yeah.
you're gonna push him away from you if you try to be too restrictive.
I feel like I should take take his phone away, like make him.
Hell no, he'll hate your
I
ass.
should get him a house phone.
He might kill you like the gay guy killed his wife.
Yeah. Like I
I'm
was
just,
with my mom
I don't
when I
think
was
I'm not
an
ready.
adult,
I'm not
and-
ready.
It ain't about you though.
It is about
No,
me.
it's
What are you
not.
talking about?
It is not. You think
He's
that
not
it is,
old.
but
He's
it's
not
not.
an adult. He's not an adult.
When
If-
did you lose your virginity?
If
I'm
the,
not saying that on live.
Oh.
But
if the
okay.
if the pencil gets hard, it's ready to be used.
When does the pencil get hard?
At 15 is damn hard.
At 15?
Hell yeah.
When did you guys start masturbating?
Middle school?
Really?
Yeah.
I was late on everything.
Really?
I didn't masturbate till I was like mid-20s.
All right, so he could be like you.
But you got laid before that.
no. Well,
I got head before that.
You didn't get laid till you're in your 20s?
I didn't get laid till at 18 and a half, almost 19.
You're a good. You're a good dude. You're a good dude.
Last of the Mohicans.
I got head at 14 though.
That's fine. I know that story, and I know why. But other than that, you're a good dude. I think.
You're a bad guy because you have sex? I mean,
I think waiting till you're 20 is awesome.
It wasn't by design, was it?
I wasn't 20. And,
It wasn't by
and
design.
I didn't wait, and it wasn't by design.
Yeah. No, you got to recognize
'Cause I didn't have any
that
juice.
people are sexual beings and you can't get in the way of it.
Yeah. And instead of just focusing on just the act, I think other conversations be happening, like, self-esteem, carrying yourself, not giving yourself to everybody who wants you. Like, there's so many layers you could really.
But
If you are a part of the process, if you are open to it and you're part of the process, you may have some positive influence. But if you're the person that he can't talk to and you're trying to take his shit away, he's gonna ice you out of everything.
yeah, I do try to talk to him.
But that's the way to go. And then you have a chance to maybe kind of address like the maturity concerns and maybe the safe sex concerns and those types of things. But if you're just the person who the answer is always no or this or that, it's gonna happen anyway. It's like death
I
and
told my
taxes.
mom when I lost my virginity, I was like, you got to come over so we can tell my mom. And I wrote a letter. We sat
To the guy?
I told myself,
Wait.
I was like, I want to tell my mom, because I'm very transparent. You could tell.
Oh,
So I told my mom, I want to tell my mom because I don't like lying to her. And so I wrote mom a letter, had her read it, and we were sitting on the couch. And she read it, and I was like,
Him and you were there?
yeah, I can come over.
Who was it?
The guy?
Shut
Stop. Can you?
Wait,
I didn't say that.
move on to this. So the guy is sitting at your house while your mom reads a letter.
She's right. The couch is like.
First of
probably
all,
the camera
I'm mad
is
that that's
right
who
here.
it was.
Was this like a
was my-
penthouse
That
letter?
was my first. I wrote it.
Dion, that's
Yeah,
serious.
but like, did you kind of like give the details to your mom?
No, I was just like, Mom, I just want to be honest with you, let you know what's going on. My mom was very much like how you said, I'll take everything away. She was like, she was very strict. But me personally, I'm more transparent. I like openness. I don't like hiding. That's not me. So even though she had that in me, I was like, no, I can't. I gotta tell my mom. Because when she asked me, hey, make sure you're not having, I did.
Damn.
And because I knew how I moved in the house, she told me not to do it, not do the house. I know I still did. So I know kids are still gonna do it, but I'm not gonna give you the go-to. So I'm not gonna say have it at our house. Because if my mom would have said, Dion,
sex.
you can have sex in our house, I would have went crazy. Like, my mom said I could do it? Hey. So the boundary gotta be there, I think, to slow our kids down so they're not like just giving themselves out to everybody. Your mind's still developing. And all
Bobby, you got
think about
any
is
more
rabbits.
rapid fire questions
I
for
do.
us?
I got one more.
That's it? I thought we had 3 or 4 coming.
No, just 2.
Oh.
I got one.
You're not starting with me
Just
this
one.
time.
I am starting with you. We have to go in order.
Yes.
Okay? Very quickly. You're in the bathroom. This is the pink question. You're in the bathroom. You're doing your number 2.
Am I
mixed in
home?
with a number 3. You are in a
What's a
public
number 3?
restroom.
The 3?
What's a 3?
The triple crown?
A 3 is a very hard 2.
Oh, I've never heard that. Keep going.
No.
You're in a public restroom.
Wait,
There
hard.
is-
Time out. Hard in which way?
Hard to come out.
Hard to come out, or
Or
is
is
it
it a lot coming
It's a
out?
lot. It's nasty.
It's diarrhea.
Your stomach is
like explosive diarrhea?
your stomach is very upset with you. Okay?
Okay, I'm here.
You're out in public. Okay?
In public?
Yes. So you find a public restroom to go to.
I'm going to my car.
What?
Shit in your
Let's
car?
finish it. 'Cause I want to give you an opportunity
You're
to
gonna
change your
shit-
answer.
You're gonna shit in your
Bubba.
car?
Whoa!
I want to give her an opportunity to change her answer because that's crazy. Please let him finish. That was not her real answer.
I'm never accepting a ride from you. I don't care if I gotta walk an I-4.
The men you have access to has just diminished a little bit.
Go ahead.
The
Continue.
question is, there is no tissue in this bathroom. What is your next play?
Oh my gosh. Wait. Oh my gosh.
You finish. You
Where's this?
You finish your business.
Where are we at?
You're in a public restroom. Gas station.
I'm just gonna lift my pants up. Oh, I have it. I got a good idea. I'm gonna take my panties off.
Okay.
I'm gonna wipe front to back, and then throw my panties in the garbage.
Ride home penny free.
I'm going to yell out, and I'm not playing, help! Somebody's going to come. And I'm going to say, I need tissue, please, and I'm not playing. Because how tiny, panties are so tiny, you can't really.
Whose panties are tiny?
You and Granny?
See your ass? What panties are tiny?
They get tiny. they get real tiny. But I'm screaming help. Somebody's gonna come to help, and I'm asking.
That's true.
We all boo boo.
Damn, why I didn't think of that?
Cause that's crazy. You gonna
It's funny. It's funny though. There's a lot
No,
of
I like the panties actually.
no, but there's a lot of things to that question, like circumstantially. Like, am I in like a multi-person bathroom with like a couple stalls?
I don't care.
Am I like in like a one unisex bathroom where that's it?
It doesn't matter. There's no tissue in the entire bathroom.
There's no bed anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think you have a
so
choice.
yours ain't gonna work.
Okay,
No,
if there's
I
been
don't-
anywhere.
I don't think you have a choice than to go with the use your drawers to wipe.
If you're trying to
Discard
say in this there's none anywhere, and so me calling, then okay.
I mean, if you call out, yeah, the person.
Yeah, that's my
you
answer.
can
I'm
get the
screaming
owner,
out.
you
They're
get
gonna
the-
laugh.
the-
I don't
the
care. I need some
cashier or
tissue.
something. I don't know.
Nobody's
And make
coming
it
in to
soft.
smell that. I'm not coming in. I'm not helping. I'm leaving.
Somebody,
'Cause that's
natural,
embarrassment
everybody.
to call out and have somebody come in and hand you some tissue.
Not
so
me.
That's the answer.
Versus getting up with a boo boo on your butt.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go home.
You gotta pick the lesser
Listen,
evil.
Nah, I
said-
I think you got to use your drawers. And just,
I'm going to my car. I still stand to that answer. I have a potty in my trunk, and that's what I'm.
So you're
gonna
wearing a
do.
thong.
I don't wear thongs.
See, that's why she could say that. Because I'm thinking, thong. If you're wearing a thong, you're really gonna use that thong, fold it, wipe up, not
wear
get
thongs.
your hands
I got
dirty.
wipes in my.
And then how many
I'm a
wipes you gonna get?
3-year-old. You have to understand that.
All right. So in this hypothetical thing, she's fine.
I win.
You won something tonight.
I
There you
win.
go. There you go. This combo you won. All right. That's my answer, Bubba. I'm calling somebody.
I thought the question was gonna go a different direction.
Did you?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I didn't want to get too.
No, I was like, well, see, I thought like if you have to do like a hard note, it's gonna be explosive. It's like, do you wait until everybody's gone or not? I always like to do it when people are there, so they all of a sudden they get
Wait,
uncomfortable.
poop and ew, really?
Yeah,
I don't
it's
use public
hysterical.
bathrooms to poop.
So if you go and there's multiple stalls, okay? So somebody's in the stall, I've got to go. So if I've got to really drop a deuce, I'm gonna just explode. And then what you always hear is right a second later that person
That's
starts
me. I'm
paper.
leaving. I'm like, how dare you? Pooping up.
They get the
First of all,
paperwork going away.
This is for tinkles.
First of all,
Holy-
everybody should be regular. My dad taught me to always use the bathroom in the morning before you leave the house, so you don't have the issue during the day. That's what everybody
Does
should
your
do.
dad drink coffee? What if you drinking coffee? You in there?
Oh, girl, them people at my job drink coffee and they blow up the bathroom. But the thing is,
It wouldn't
if
work.
I have to boo-boo, I'm going to the nearest house that I know. I'm not using a public bathroom. I'm going to my house, or I'm going to my dad's, or wherever I gotta go. I'm not.
Yeah,
I-
I
I'm
don't
not
have those
using
sort of
public
hang-ups.
bathroom.
I hate using public.
Yeah.
bathroom.
Really?
Me too.
Yeah.
And then I cannot shit if somebody else is in that public bathroom.
Trust me,
Really?
you can.
I'm shy.
You can. If it's sitting at the tip of that butthole,
No.
you can.
You know, Bubba, I'm with you. You know how long you can hold it? You'll feel sick, but I'm going home.
I'm going home.
I
I was
feel
at
like that's
the
since I was
gym.
little.
Let me tell you, I
don't
was
know,
at the
I
gym
can't do it.
and had to go.
And what'd you do?
I left.
Okay, as long as that's the answer.
And it was very uncomfortable.
Anybody at the gym in the club, they go back. Disgusting. Too
Oh
dedicated.
no, just can't do it.
I'd do it wherever.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe.
I believe him. Yes, yes.
God,
Yeah.
it is what
Yeah.
it is.
They were doing whatever.
That's why I know we cool,
It's
because
a
you definitely
bodily
use it at my
function.
house.
I'm not
I
mad.
use it at your house?
My apartment, you did.
Did
I
I?
you
I was
didn't give
very
a damn.
comfortable with you.
Always. That's why I
That's
know, yeah,
why.
we're friends for real.
That's why. Damn. Are you serious?
I'm,
Is this what you would have had to address me? You wanted to address something with me,
Okay,
and I'm
really,
like,
really quick, okay?
I'm waiting for it.
I want an apology.
Y'all didn't see-
I want an
What?
apology for when you stabbed my birthday cake and never gave it to me. You stabbed my birthday cake with a knife and you never gave it to me. I just want the apology now. Can I get the apology, yes or no? If you say no, I know where we stand.
First of all, let me tell you something.
What do you mean she stabbed the birthday
It was my
cake?
birthday.
I bought
Can I
her a
finish?
birthday
I brought
cake.
it up.
Let me tell you, Dion has never been a friend like I'm a friend to her. She has never been the friend to me that I am to her.
That's the
I
basis of
went.
every female
Shut up.
friendship.
Yeah, it is.
Shut up. I went and I bought her a cake for her birthday.
Y'all know nothing about friendship.
This is where it stands. It was my birthday. She buys me a cake. She doesn't know that in my side of the phone, whole world is shattered, and it's my birthday. It was so much stuff came out. She didn't even know this, right?
And I didn't
Time
know
out.
it. Why?
So
But why
listen,
didn't
it's
I know it?
okay.
I didn't know because you didn't tell me.
The
And I'm
funny-
supposed to be your friend.
The funny part is, let me tell you guys, she didn't just, how would I know she stabbed it? Because it wasn't in my house. She's calling because she wants to drop it off. But I'm busy doing something for somebody who's in a crisis. I'm missing her call. I said, I'm going to call you back. When are you going to be home? Later. So when I get home, I get a text. You know what? she went, you know how she gets off. Probably a long paragraph saying this and how much of a friend she is, and I'm so wrong. Then I look at it, I'm like, I'm done. I can't even think of nothing else. I get a video from her. She takes a video of herself with my cake, and this how I know she don't really know me. Nigga, I don't even like chocolate cake. But my cake is here. And in the video, she's like, "Oh, really? I'm such a good friend. And you're not available." She's stabbing it like Michael Myers on the video. She's
Am
stabbing.
I crazy or not crazy?
And this is me watching the video.
Crazy.
I'm like, I looked at it. I said, I don't even like chocolate. So you stabbed my chocolate cake?
So wasn't it the next day that I did it though?
I don't know. No, that was that evening. That was at night. Because I trust me, I showed Trey and Maya. It was that night. But I'm like, can I have an apology? That's it. Because if it was, can I have an apology? Yes or no? And if she says no, I'll leave it alone, guys.
I can apologize, but you need to acknowledge that you were never a good friend to me.
Never, ever.
Ever.
Really?
And that's how I feel. Are you going to apologize to me?
Yeah, I
for not
apologize.
Okay, well, I apologize too.
All right.
I'm going to hit the whole husband routine. I apologize.
I apologize for stabbing your cake. And I don't like chocolate cake either.
Thank you.
Why'd you get it?
Because I thought she liked chocolate
She don't even know me.
Wasn't it
that
red
was
velvet?
I don't know. It was nothing I liked.
But
That was
okay.
it.
That
I'm
was
happy
fun.
we
That
could
was
get
good.
that over with.
I like,
I'm glad we can move past that.
I like Carvel ice cream cake if anybody wants to get me a cake.
Next time, I got you.
I never even heard of that before.
Me neither.
It's the best. It's in Publix.
What is it mixed with?
It's ice cream. Ice cream cake. You've never heard of it.
I haven't had ice cream in.
Oh, before
We've
we
had
go,
all
can I do my last my rapid fire? And I want the answer,
Your
okay?
rectifier?
I said rapid fire.
Oh.
Okay, so I know you didn't like this question, but I really want to know yours. So, if a couple invited you to join them in a threesome, do you view that as an insult, or is it not a big deal?
Insult.
For me, it's a fucking, yeah, don't ask me shit like that.
Two women?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so if it's two, it's fine, but if it's a
But
couple,
I mean, it's not an insult.
because there's
definitely
not that
insult.
he's not doing nothing with you.
But
As in nothing like, nothing.
But how? I mean, I don't understand
I
how
don't
it's-
understand why that's your answer though, because you know what I've been going through, and you know who I've been going through that with, and you always tell me to join
is
in
going
and
on?
whatever, and it's like,
Wait a minute.
He has different standards for men or women,
oh, okay.
I'm
I don't.
I'm
Okay.
I'm a huge advocate of double standards.
You've
Got it.
encouraged
Makes
her
sense.
to lick it out with a friend?
Not a friend, but yeah, yeah. A couple invited her, and I still think she should go.
I agree.
We gotta talk later.
I'm
I don't
not.
think it's an insult.
I'm not.
I don't see where it's an insult. Like it may not be your
Disrespectful.
how
Somebody
it
can
may not
respectfully
be.
ask you.
It may not be your what you want to do, and you could decline. But I don't think it's insulting to ask.
Pink, if you and your woman invites me on
thought
a
he was talking
threesome,
to me.
that is insulting.
You guys are close. I mean, you don't know him.
Fucking insulting. Any man, any woman with a man ask me to join a threesome. That is insulting.
So for a guy, it's
It's
insulting,
it's
but for a female, it's
degrading.
not.
Degrading. Keep
It's
going.
degrading. I agree.
Keep going.
I've been degraded.
I agree.
Fucking awful.
But for her, hey, this is.
But for a female, it's okay. But for a guy,
it's an awesome opportunity.
A great opportunity.
I just like having transparent conversations. I feel like if they asked you, they kind of probably think you'd be open. They wouldn't ask if they thought you'd be closed to it.
First of all, they think you're attractive. They
Or
think,
they're-
think you're a good time.
or they really failed to read the room,
Maybe you have something that
Definitely.
the woman does not possess.
Not.
such as.
We want to have a blast.
Big ass.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's the answer. I just wanted to know.
how do you feel? What's your answer?
I don't feel it's insulting at all.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't feel it. And now if they come with you like, it's how you deliver it.
Well,
'Cause
I
some
guess,
people-
I guess the question is, how do you guys feel about threesomes? I think that's
That we already know. I
I'm not cool with threesomes.
I think they're fine. If you ever,
So I
all
think
parties
that's
are
what it
involved
all-
and respected. Like we have some morale there. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I ain't with it.
And I just have a different standard for something that's insulting. Like just
Yeah.
asking me like if I want to do that. It's not insulting. You're
I'm
asking.
like,
Yeah.
you want
I
to
can say no,
want
thank you. That's
no,
fine.
I'm good. Or
So
you
if
say
they
no.
just rear you in to if they go to Secrets Getaway in Kissimmee, the little hotel. And
I mean,
they're like,
if
"Oh,
I'm
come
if
here,"
I'm
and
deceived,
that
if I'm
insulting?
deceived into
Yeah.
the situation, that's a
Right.
different
That's
animal.
different. Yes, I
Okay.
mean just straight
I
asking
mean,
like,
it's
hey.
and I don't. I mean, like, yeah. Well,
I
okay.
still find it insulting. Don't ask me
Yeah.
that. Because
Yeah, but you can't even. It has to be a stranger. Cause what if it's a guy you know? You can't. every encounter with that guy is not going to be super awkward now.
It
now
could
to
be,
the
but
end.
I'm
It's
just,
not. It doesn't
I
have to be.
don't define the question as insulting. It can absolutely make everybody uncomfortable.
You want pepperoni
but that's
pizza?
not
No? All right.
insulting.
Once you say no, that's the answer. And if they're like, come on, all right, now you pissing me off because what's wrong with y'all? But if they ask, or they, usually they send the woman, and the answer is no, okay, cool, thanks. That's it. Leave it there.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah, I was like, if
But
it's
I'm going to feel.
They think I'm about that life.
Yes,
I did. Sorry.
Like what makes a person look at somebody and be like, oh, they about that life?
What
I
is
guess
about that life?
I think that's where the insult derives.
that's
Is that
okay.
you have a perception of yourself
Yeah.
that's not about that life, and you're bothered by the fact that somebody would think that you are about
But
that
that's
life.
not what it is for a woman. That's not
What
what
you-
it is.
What do you mean?
The guy, the two that are looking for an additional woman to join the threesome, they're only looking at it as, I find her attractive. I want to bring her into our sexual thing for tonight, and that's it. It's not about whether she's about that life or not. We're gonna
But
find
I
out.
no,
when we
see,
ask.
yeah,
100%,
no.
1000%.
I don't think it's ass cold. I think that you are kind of feeling the situation out and you're making a read to see whatever cues you've been given. If there's been some
No.
text communication, you're not
Could
just
be wrong.
you're
I
not.
could be
I'm
wrong.
telling you,
And
I think you're
next
wrong.
Next week we're gonna find out when we bring our expert on.
All right,
We're
sounds
gonna
good.
find out. But I stand firm. I don't think that's the case. I think they are asking a woman purely out of what she's attractive and what she brings to the bedroom that maybe my wife or girlfriend or whatever.
No.
I
So
still
in
think
your
I
head, in your
still
head, you don't think that the woman in the relationship wants to do it.
no,
I
no,
think
no,
it's
no.
the woman,
course
not
So
the
it's
guy.
not. It's not a. She's bringing something my way. It could be okay. I like this.
Or to
Like this.
spice
and
it
this-
up. Or to spice it up. It doesn't matter what the reason is. My point is, I don't think, and the part of that equation is, okay, is she about that life or not? Let's ask.
About that life, I hate that. About that life.
Whatever the
Is she
term-
over
But
it?
no, I definitely think that's a part of it. It's
Okay.
kind of like when you were talking the other day, like you could tell when how certain women give good head or not.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at cues. It may not be a big
Mm-hmm.
verbal conversation, but you're kind of reading it and being, oh, this girl could be open to this
She
or
a
whatever.
eater. She a eater. I want to see.
For sure. I think it's almost subconscious. But I mean, I think that a person could present to you in a setting and they come off as so cold or whatever that like you're not even going to think to ask the question because deep down you know the answer. But I think if somebody you're just kind of reading whatever their body language, their
You've
vibe.
gotten some pinches. You're like maybe. So I asked you.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing cold calls now.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to walk into Publix, the first female that you see, hey, how about a threesome with me and my partner? Like, you're going to look at something and it'd be like, okay, I think this might be possible.
Okay, so yeah.
I feel like couples who really go after somebody are like baiting them.
After somebody.
Baiting
After-
them?
yeah, they're
in
like-
what
they-
respect?
Like if they're out at a lounge or a bar or whatever, they're like, oh, let me buy you a drink, let me buy you a drink, let me buy you a drink. And then they're like
Buy a drink.
and
Hey, buy 3 drinks.
right.
He's
Then,
paying
and
for all
then
that.
they be like, oh, how about you come home with us?
Well, yeah, but the whole time they're doing that, they're probably talking
saw
and
that on TV?
flirting and
No,
kind
that's
of.
happened to me.
Oh.
Did it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you go for it?
No.
She just drank. He just kept drinking. She was just like this.
I just kept taking the drinks.
Really?
And they're like, oh, you should come up to our pool later. No, I don't want to.
And that's fine. I feel like people, you don't want to, you don't want to, but
We
I don't
gotta-
think asking is a big deal.
Okay.
We
So-
gotta cut this short, guys.
Alrighty.
We got one more topic to hit, and then sports. I don't want to.
Oh,
Hey.
we out.
Hey.
Out.
We only got about 10 minutes left.
Don't,
Alright.
don't strain any muscles running out of here, ladies.
Am I off? I think so.
Yeah, you guys are out.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys for coming in.
You can. I gotta go home. I probably want to hear sports. I already gotta watch it.
I know, I have to watch it too.
The Magic are eliminated. What do you got to watch?
Oh yeah.
That was sad, man.
He has been an avid
That was sad.
Magic fan for 3 months.
Wait, hold on. Get your mic.
Oh, thank you. 3 months. You know, in '95 when we played the Rockets, I went to Houston as a child to go see. And don't call me no new fan.
You were alive in '95?
1984. I mean, I'm gonna be 40 this year.
All right.
I know.
Congratulations. Hey, we should get together and stab a cake.
You go that way. You go that way.
She'll grab the cake.
Appreciate you.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Take the jacket off when you go around the camera so they can see.
You want to see?
I did.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
Ryan, he left this chair. Ryan, we got got thighs coming through.
You should have gone out Bubba's way.
Thank you.
He told us to come this way. He didn't want to move.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Appreciate you. All righty. The NBA playoffs are here, of course.
Yes, they are.
And she left her phone. She'll be back here shortly for it, hopefully.
Who left the
She's
phone?
searching for it right now. She's searching.
Can't
She's
find it.
searching.
Can't find it.
All righty.
Scrambling.
We got to do what we got to do here, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about this from the side of Western Conference, semifinals here.
Yeah.
And you have Dallas against OKC and Denver and Minnesota. The first thing I wanted to tackle here, in the midway through the season, I made a comment, and you always hear this about you have to have experience to win throughout the playoffs and things like that. And my main point was, man, for me, good is good. I don't care how young you are. Like that young OKC team that went to the finals, yeah, they were super young, but they were fucking awesome, and you can see it. Once you see it, that's enough belief for me. I don't have to fucking say, oh, they need to hit their war wounds and they need to lose in the playoffs a year and 2 years and 3 years and 4 years like everybody else. That's not the case, man. I think if you're talented and you have a full team that makes sense, OKC's team, they're extremely young, but they pretty much have everything, man. They have shooting. They have a star who can close. They have a defense. They have defense on the wings. They're long. They're athletic. And the reason why, of course, I'm a Chet guy, but also I love Chet Holmgren's impact on this team. This is the same exact team from last year, okay, to this year. The only difference is Chet is on the team. And a mobile big who can protect the rim and shoot threes as efficient as he can is so fucking deadly in this version of the NBA. And then on the other side, you have Minnesota Timberwolves and you have the Denver Nuggets. Minnesota, again, not as young as OKC, but their stars are young, and Ant and Karl Anthony Towns. And then you have
How old is Towns these days?
Towns, if you put me on I would say he's about 26.
Okay.
25, 26.
Okay.
That's a strong guess. And then then you have the KD Jr. I like to call him. You have some young guys over there as well. Okay, what do you think about that aspect of things as far as young teams can't win in the NBA?
Historically, that has been true. Basically, you kind of get in the playoffs, and there's always kind of been this thing where you kind of, progress and bump your way through, and then finally break over. I mean, you go back to when I started watching, which would be like, the Magic Bird rivalry, where those teams, held it down. They had veteran cores that added Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. They were the dominant teams, and then teams kind of had to get over them. The Pistons, they went up against them for a little while. They finally got over the Celtics. Then they finally got to a championship and won. And the Bulls were getting their butt kicked by the Pistons, by the Celtics in '86, and it took a while for them to progress to be champions. So what we're looking at, if either one of these teams win the title, it's an amazing accomplishment for that reason, that both of these teams bring very little playoff experience, very little deep playoff experience to the equation. But to their credit right now, they're both doing the job. Absolutely doing the job.
But I know you said win the title, so that's the catch. But the thing that they say that's around that topic is even getting to the title, advancing through the playoffs, getting to the Western Conference Finals, getting to the finals. They said that young teams do not do. They need to endure their bumps along the road. And of course, I wasn't born back then, so I wouldn't know. But I guess I can say from my time, I don't deem that to be accurate or true. Young, talented teams from my time up until now, they make it. I don't know any young, really talented teams like this that have not made it or have not had success in the playoffs. So I guess I don't.
I mean, you mentioned the what 2011.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Maybe there's
Thunder.
not a ton of. Maybe
There's not many
Yeah.
examples of that. What I'm saying, like my point is,
You have
what
these
these
teams.
two teams are doing is amazing.
Yeah.
They have all these nice pieces, and they're all working together, and they're rising up and meeting every challenge. I mean, the T-Wolves go on the road to the defending champions
Boston
and
Celtics.
smack them twice.
Boston Celtics will be another example.
Of what?
The young Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown teams who advanced, made it to the finals, made it to the you know what I mean.
But here this is significant.
Super young.
They
teams.
got to a Game 7 against LeBron in the Cleveland, and they lost that. They got to the finals against the Warriors.
That was the Eastern Conference Finals.
I understand that,
Yeah.
but I'm like again, it's still kind of measured in championships, and there was they were arguably a better team than the Warriors team that beat them in the finals, and they had the lead in the series.
But they were super young.
But they
made it there. They were young.
I'm not saying it's not an accomplishment, but when you look at championship teams, they do tend to be a little bit older, a little bit more established, and have a little bit more pedigree. If that's the comparison, what these teams are doing is pretty amazing. And I think it'd be pretty ironic if you get to either Timberwolves or OKC get to the finals and meet the Celtics. Because the Celtics are right now the epitome of like playoff wear and tear. Like they've been to the finals. They've been to the conference finals. They've battled in all these situations. And they should be reaping the rewards of that experience. And it would be very interesting if they get to a final against one of those two teams.
It would.
And
be.
who wins?
It would be. It would be very interesting. If
But again,
that would happen.
you're right in the sense. I mean, whoever wins wins. I mean, and these guys, OKC won comfortably yesterday, and the T-Wolves have won twice against them. I mean, they're doing everything you could ask of a team right now. Both teams.
Yeah.
So I mean, hats off to them. It's, I'm excited by it. I'm here to watch it.
I'm super excited because outside of course, my team, the 76ers, everything is going the way that I would like it to go. You know what I mean? Because and the Dallas OKC series is a little give and take interesting for me because I'm a huge Chet guy, but I'm also a huge Luka guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's interesting to see. So it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to love watching this series. Of course, OKC took the first game by a lot, and it looks like Luka is playing hobbled. Maybe I just love injured players.
Do you?
I guess so. Apparently so. When you learn that about yourself, you learn things that you don't know.
Oh, you gravitate toward injured guys.
It seems like I gravitate. I gravitate. Embiid, Luka, these guys are just hobbled, and it seems so. So we'll see if they could turn things around. And now this Denver thing is interesting. I think, people love to rush to call things great and generational instead of waiting to see it play out. Now, it's only 2-0. Denver could, of course, they can come back, make this thing a series, and win it. But, as far as calling things great and generational, I need enough proof. After Mahomes won his second, I was doing that. But I thought, I really believe I had seen enough to call it great and generational. But with Denver, I just don't believe I had seen enough. With Denver and with Jokic, they're really good. They're a really good team. Jokic is a really good player, but there are deficiencies there. You know what I mean? And it seems like they play the Lakers every series, not just every year, but every series. But the Lakers they're just not a very good team.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people view Denver's success from them beating up on the Lakers every year. And I think that,
I picked that.
That's a piece of it.
I picked that up today, and I didn't like it. I didn't really feel that it was very correct. I mean, I don't know.
What's that?
That Denver's like, it's like there was some meme. It's like, Denver against the Lakers, and they look like freaking the gladiators from 300, and then the Denver against anybody else, and they look like a couple guys at the Parliament House.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
But like I just thought it's an overstatement. Like, yeah, they've played that team, and they seem to have a good matchup. But I mean, I maintain that, I mean, Denver is a problem for most of the teams in the league. I mean, we've spent the last 2 months like looking down the road and saying, well, you may end up with like a Celtics-Denver final, and could the
But I told you
Celtics
that
really beat Denver?
the whole time, I told you the teams that Denver might struggle with. All the teams,
Right.
Because in the regular, it's playing out in the regular season mostly how it's playing out in the playoffs. It's a matchup thing, and some teams just. And I told you, I said Minnesota's length did provide struggle. If I had to put money on the series, I would go Denver. But if you look at the regular season, Minnesota's length, it shows you it does bother Jokic, it does bother Murray. What I mean?
No other team has like two bigs, the length, size, and ability of Gobert and Towns to contend with Jokic. And and again, and I saw Denver here in person, or not Denver. I saw Minnesota here in person, and going to the game against the Magic. My son and I, we both noted like they're just a big ass team. Like
who's that?
Minnesota. Like when you watch them in person, you see them like they're just big and long, and it's like that's a problem for a lot of teams.
Conley's literally the only small person out there, and he's about 6'2". Himself, but he's literally the only small person out there.
Right, and I mean they're really a difficult team to play against, and I mean, so I could feel and see where this could be a matchup, but to be honest, I would bet Denver to win. From the start of the series, if I had to bet money, I would bet that.
Same.
And part of that equation, we know what Denver's done last year, and until you prove otherwise. There's still that question that we sort of started this segment with. Like, can this young team, are they ready to beat the champs and do, all that it takes in a playoff series to do that? And so far, they're answering every question positively. But it was a question going into the series.
Now, if Denver loses this series, there's going to be a Jokic question, right? And here goes the thing for me. I've being an Embiid guy, I enjoyed there being a Jokic question because for the past 3 years, there just hasn't been. And they always say, man, there's nobody that can go up against Jokic, and he's just awesome. There's just no answers for him in the league. And here I am, and the whole entire city of Philadelphia going, hey. Every time he plays us, every time he plays Embiid, Embiid destroys him. Do you guys not? These games are televised. They're on TNT at ESPN. What are you guys saying that there's nobody? But if you see that anywhere, everybody says it. You know what I mean? Especially in national media. Well, and now that it's showing. If he plays, and here goes the thing. I think Minnesota, Rudy Gobert has been awesome this year. Not only in the regular season.
But Rudy didn't even play in Game 2.
That's my point. Not only in the regular season, but in the playoffs. But I still think, and I told you this early in the year, I think the best iteration of that team is Karl Anthony Towns at the center. And my point to that is, if you play Denver and you have a center that is long and athletic, okay, and that Jokic cannot destroy, but also make him work on the defensive end that can actually score. The problem with the centers in today's league is the vast majority of them, 80%, 70%, whatever you want to say, they're rim runners. They don't have an offensive game. You know what I mean? They're rim runners. They have to depend on their point guards to throw lobs or pick and roll action.
Well, they're rim runners or they're spot up guys.
Or just strictly spot up like Brook Lopez. Great point.
We're that's the thing. When you're talking about like Embiid, he's gonna, over the course of the game, he's gonna hit you at 3 levels of offense.
Yes.
And make you do different things to defend him. And so many of the centers on other teams, that the role is pretty simple. You're diving to the rim, or you're spacing the floor and shooting at a decent enough clip that we have to respect that.
And it's only one of the 3.
Right.
It's not all 3.
Yeah.
Now, Karl Anthony Towns possesses a little bit of a lot of the shooting.
Yeah, I mean,
but he can take a big off the dribble.
Yeah.
He can do a little bit of all of that
to
make Jokic work. And I think the best iteration of that team is going to be Cat at center. and then they're going to fill the rest in. But we'll see. Maybe they go all the way and win the championship with Rudy Gobert center this year.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah,
Do you agree with that?
No, I do. I mean, tactically, when I look at things tactically, I like the mobility and fluidity and skills because you could do more. You could create more problems for the other team. And whenever you have a player like Rudy Gobert who's so limited offensively, it's just something like it's not that hard to guard. Yeah. He doesn't pose that much of a threat. And the thing when you can make a team feel helpless and take the life out of them is when they don't have any answer. Like there's nothing they could do that you can't counter. And part of that is having like versatile guys that can make different types of plays as needed. Yeah. And Rudy is very limited in his offensive skill set, and that that makes them easier to guard when he's there.
Now, Jokic wins MVP. And then we have, of course, Rudy Gobert wins Defensive Player of the Year. Those are going to be the two awards that people are going to be most probably upset about. You're already hearing Jokic won MVP tonight, so you're already hearing people trying to rally over SGA and Edwards. Now, actually, that surprised me the most. I thought Ant would finish fourth easily. He finished like sixth or seventh.
Yeah.
That was very odd to me. And then you had on the defensive side, Rudy and then Wemby and Bam, who covered that three. What surprised you the most? What was you the most upset with as far as those two awards?
I would have given it to Wemby. And I know that Rudy has the longer career, and there's maybe some metrics that impress or improve, make him look better as part of a higher rated collective defense. But what Wemby's done to NBA players is crazy to me. I mean, you have a whole reel of videos of dudes just not wanting any part of being near him and shooting a basketball. And that's crazy. I would have given him the award. That would have been my vote if I had one. I'm not surprised by the MVP. As far as Ant being a little deeper in the pack, he had some uneven nights in the regular season. He was terrible when I saw him. I picked that game because I wanted to see him play. And he had like 8 points. He was foul trouble and a non-factor. And he would occasionally throw those games up over the course of the year. But I guess the bigger point it was, and like I know like the MVP thing was, I heard about it on the way to the studio, and I just feel like, that's just shitty timing. Like, they're down 0-2, and Ant's the talk of the basketball world. And it's like, but we're giving this guy the MVP. It is what it is. It's a regular season award. Like, who gives a fuck? It's supposed to be the best basketball player on the planet. That's the deserving MVP.
It's not, though.
I don't care. I don't care. But I literally don't give a fuck.
So you're saying change
if
the
award. I don't do whatever you want with it. I'm telling you that if I'm voting for MVP, my criteria is you are the baddest man on the planet.
I don't think that was identified.
I don't care. Like, I'm just telling you how I'd vote. I don't feel comfortable voting for somebody that's not the baddest motherfucker in the league for some other weird criteria. That's just not me. Keep this simple. The MVP is the best player in the league. Yeah. But again, people are going to vote however they want to vote. And we can't control them. It's the whole point of having a vote. It's like, people are going to have their opinions, and do enough people agree with what you do or not?
I'm halfway with you, and I'm halfway not. Of course, I'm with you for the reasons that you stated. But then on the other side, you think, okay, and also, hold on, one point to add to your point as well is I hate the voters. They come out and they explain their vote, and they're like, oh, well, the narrative. This person had this this great story. Well, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Yeah. Who cares about a story? How did he play on the court, in comparison to this guy? I don't care about him coming from fucking Africa or something, and he didn't play. That they said that played a factor in Embiid winning. And then you have, okay, this person was injured for whatever last 2 years, and he comes back and he's and led his team to a number 2 seed. But anyway,
that's a human component that came in. Now, I mean, honestly, there's a level that that there's enough advanced statistics that could be generated that you could take voting away on MVP.
From the humans.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could
I wouldn't want that.
Basically, but that's what you mean. There's a numerical equation out there that could appoint appropriate MVP, and because it's mathematical, it's almost indefensible. You could say whatever.
Because Jokic will win every single year.
Yeah, I don't want that either. Yeah, I agree. But again, I say that to address somewhat the point that you're making.
Yeah.
Narrative sort of does matter. Now, I may not like a particular narrative and you may reject a different narrative, but it matters because that's the human element to it. In that, that's what we are voting on. Like we have, there's 8 or 10 like great statistical performers. And if we're not going on pure mathematics of who's the best, it's Jokic, end of discussion, we have to find some other justification. And that's going to come from narrative, maybe team success, maybe just that like feeling that a player gives you and when you watch him play. And that's one of the things for me that, like, just personally, I rate that so highly. And it's almost like I almost equate it with the level of trust that I have in a performer to not let me down. That I know that motherfucker's going to show up and do his shit. When you lived in the Jordan era, that's what you felt. When he got to the peak of his powers, that you felt he intimidated the other guys in the league, and that he would never let you down.
Yeah, but there were still what 7 other years where he didn't win MVP.
In retrospect, that was. I think Charles Barkley got one, as I recall.
Oh yeah,
Phoenix.
quite a few. Charles Barkley,
there was. In retrospect, that's foolish.
Yeah.
That's foolish. It's also probably something that hurts Kobe in the early 2000s.
Yeah, with Nash.
Nash got some in this
guys.
and that because it was, they seemed like they were revolutionizing the game and this and that. And again, like to me, where I am now, I would focus on the baddest motherfucker in the game.
Yeah.
And part of that is that sense that, like, this dude is just not going to let you down. Usain Bolt was another guy. Like, when it got to the Olympics, he wasn't going to disappoint.
Yeah.
And that's a special thing, a special quality that certain athletes have. And I'm very drawn to that. So, I mean, I would not want a pure mathematical thing. But I also just don't like the timing that the MVP is awarded in the middle of the playoffs. And, I think Dirk Nowitzki got knocked out in the first round of his MVP year. And Jokic may be knocked out here in the second round as defending champion.
It's a bad look.
It just feels weird. It doesn't feel
it's a weird look.
like there's a like it's a finality to it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're still in the middle of the playoffs, and in fact, you're in trouble. Like, you're down 0-2. Like, why do we feel comfortable giving this award? But the league reasons are they like to kind of stoke this sort of playoff thing with these. They drop an announcement for defensive player, then they drop MVP, and they kind of like lay it out through these weeks of the playoffs as part of the show.
But also, it doesn't give it enough shine.
Yeah,
doesn't give it enough shine because Jokic wins MVP today, but you got the Knicks and Pacers playing. You have real playoff games going on. A lot of the attention is going to be on what happened over the course of these games versus this guy winning MVP and what that means historically. Let's applaud him and let's praise him for winning this and having such a successful season.
And my point, and this is not a slight on Jokic, I'm going to give him credit as probably being an elite competitor. And it's like he's getting this award the third time in 4 years, but I would assume he's more pissed or irritated or it's bigger on his mind that he's down 0-2 in a playoff series at this moment than he is getting this thing. Yeah. He's not in a frame of mind to enjoy the perspective of that accomplishment, which is significant because he's fighting for his playoff life at the same moment.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to the award and what you want the award to mean. So I'm not in favor of doing these type of awards in the middle of the playoffs.
Last thing here. Should Jamal have gotten suspended, Jamal Murray?
My position, and I'm going to be consistent with this, is short of a felony, you let people play. No, I mean, seriously. I don't want the narrative.
You saw that and it was like.
That's wild. That's wild.
What are you doing?
That's wild. Yeah. But I think that there's a sanctity of the playoffs that it's important that all the major people who are healthy play.
If Cat gets hurt on that play.
If anybody gets hurt, it's terrible. But like,
I'm saying,
then you
suspension,
suspend him.
You have to. Do you agree with that? You have to.
No, I'm not gonna be hypocritical.
That's a
on
felony.
that. Would he be charged? No.
I mean,
Would he be arrested in Denver? No.
Maybe.
Not Denver. Not Denver. If it's Minnesota, he might be taken away in cuffs.
You know what I mean? Like you throw something on the court and you injure a player, you hurt a guy.
No,
I really don't know.
I get
I know
that
we're
part.
joking. I don't know. Maybe.
No, and I do think that it would, like, again, it would probably be something that, like, in Denver, they're probably not going to do anything. In Minnesota, they might.
Yeah.
It would kind of come down to, like, does the injured player want to press charges?
There
And
you go.
those sort of things that come into. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're talking about a criminal charge, there's the written statute that a person may violate. It could be a battery because he threw something and hit somebody and hurt them. But there's also, like, does the state attorney have enough to prove the case? Is it worth proving? And these sort of things. And that's why people get, like, plea agreements.
Like I just saw
no
today,
post.
Pat Bev, the police are going to question him about the thing.
When he
that
he threw a ball, or something?
He threw
Yeah.
the ball at
Yeah, I mean, technically it is. And there is, I mean, it's funny because it's like they're actually the opposite way. Like one guy's throwing something onto the court and the other guy's throwing it to the crowd. I mean, the crowd thing, if you go back to the Malice in the Palace,
it's different. I
like
understand.
that's one of those things. So we talk, that's almost up there with like gambling.
Yeah.
On yourself, like Jonte Porter. Like there's certain
The
things you
the
cannot
NBA
do
is
at all.
Like, that's
Yeah, as a league, you can't tolerate that because you just blur a line and where you go from there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's not unprecedented if he did hit somebody or they got hurt that a criminal charge could. I mean, legally, technically, there is something there.
Yeah.
Is it worth pursuing? Is it worth
It's a
prosecuting?
different story. Yeah,
That may be a whole nother matter. But yeah, I mean, again, I'd rather have this series play out with everybody.
I think so. I think he should have been suspended in any other case, any other situation. I mean, but Game 3 down 0-2, you have to put the human element in.
Yeah.
And you have to give these guys the opportunity.
And there's another part of it too. Like, I mean, for the most part, like Jamal Murray, he's not had any
There you go.
behavior.
Oh,
Like
if this is
Draymond or Pat Bev for that
or
matter,
even
like
Pat Bev.
any of these guys that have
He's out.
longer
Yeah,
history
they're out
of
there for a game.
Yeah.
And it's not even
For sure. For
not
sure.
even a discussion.
that was wild though. I mean, it does speak to the level
And he
of
did it
frustration.
twice.
It was twice. I saw the
Yeah,
one.
he did it twice. He threw the towel first. The towel was the
Okay.
very first thing.
Okay.
And then the towel guy hurried up and went. He threw it at the ref, and then the heat impact wasn't really thrown towards the ref. He was just like in frustration throwing it on the court as far as it could.
And that's an incredible level of frustration.
He's been in a straitjacket.
But again, that speaks to the greatness of what's going on, because like that for him, and again, he's a competitive guy, but not an expressively emotive guy. For him to be pushed that far is, that's wild. They're really into them.
Love watching great perimeter defense. If you watch Walker. What he's doing is something that is seldomly done in the league. Now, sometimes, a lot of these offensive players, we use picks and then you have to switch. And that is the easiest way to play defense in the NBA. Walker is fighting through so many of these screens to stay on Murray. And he's using his length and athleticism to either squeeze through the screens or get around them or whatever the case may be. He's fighting so hard. That takes so much energy, and he's picking them up damn near full court and also fighting through the street. That takes so much energy. That's insane how much energy he's exerting out there doing that. And we want, because see, I want my best defenders so much to fight through those screens, but it's just so much work they don't. But watch this guy. He's putting on a fucking master class as he's doing it. Yeah. And it's amazing. Now, sometimes, the screens are so large you can't get around it, but I'll say like at least 70% of the times he's getting through them. And that level of frustration, that is like he's exerting an insane amount of energy and mentality to do that. Yeah. And it's breaking Murray. Yeah. That's the reward that you get out of that. Yeah. Is you literally break a man. Yeah. And that's special stuff. And you just don't see it. Stuff. And that's another thing again, probably a little closer to your side here, it is the difference between regular season and playoffs, and that's why it's a better product in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because Murray doesn't see these coverages and defenses in the regular season. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
He's able to move a little more freely and against lesser opponents. Jokic does not see this level of defense and attention in the regular season. You know what I mean, and things of that nature. So, and that goes for every team, and it goes for all of these superstars, and the ones that prove to be that guy, prove to be that man.
And that's what I'm always so big on is the guys that get in these playoff situations, and no matter what's thrown at them, they find a way to still do what they do.
Yeah.
And it's so exceptional. It's so exceptional.
It is.
It's again, part of that is, you've got to have a diversified enough skill set to be able to go to counters and things to offset what they're trying to do against you. But equally importantly, you simply have to match the competitive will to do that. When a guy comes at you like they're coming at Murray now, I mean, the only answer he has is to match that will or exceed it. Like with his off-ball movement, with his on-ball movement, to play harder. Now, technically you could clean up a few things, try a few adjustments, maybe create some different screening angles and some things that will maybe cause some tactical questions. But you got to be willing to do that. You're in a position now where they've come at you, and either you're going to raise your level and find a way to succeed, or you're going to reseed and just be like an off-the-ball guy that doesn't want it. That you're going to be okay. Hey, they're face guarding me. They're picking me up here and there. We're just going to have to play through our other people, and I'm going to be a decoy. That's because you don't have it in you to succeed.
Yeah.
You're throwing up the white flag, and it's embarrassing if you're in that position.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably his most significant test as a competitor.
Oh, it is. It is.
And does he find a way? Whether they win this series or not, does he find a way to play and raise his level, or not?
As successful as they've been, Game 3 is going to prove it all. It's crazy to say they've won and they've had so much success so far, but Game 3 is going to show a lot, prove a lot. They're going to have to show up.
Yeah.
Or it's over for sure.
Yeah. You go down 0-3.
Yeah, it's over.
Done.
All right, well, we'll see you guys that have been on the bench this week. Later.